Hello, hello, Bulls fans, and welcome back. We are in Sun City, Arizona at the 2024 U.S. Open for Bulls USA. What another beautiful day here we have for our men's pairs finals day. The next game we have on deck for you here will be our second flight semifinal, one of the two. With Lyons and Foxhall versus Ruggles and Hyland, a Canadian team versus an American team. The Canadians are from Ontario, the beautiful lake shores of Ontario. And Ivan Hyland and Mike Ruggles are from the Newport Beach Lawn Bowling Club. So a great clash here to see who can move into the final of the second flight. The wind has chilled out a little for us, so it was wreaking havoc, as everyone knows, for that first game this morning, and one team adjusted really well for it. Hey there, Mr. Ruggles, cruising down. Mike has an interesting delivery. I think you saw him on the stream earlier this week, and he sort of points at a 45-degree angle first to a line on the mat, which is unorthodox. And they're going straight in today. There is no into this game. Sorry, there is no trial end. So let's get everything up on the board for you. Bulls USA live stream team and Aero USA, our live stream sponsor for this year. Thank you very much to Aero USA. So if you are here in America and you need some bowls that are the same line every time, contact Aero Bowls USA. And for the moment, you are listening to myself, Lauren Dion. Very happy to be here live streaming, and I'm part of the committee that does the live streaming, so very proud to be part of that. I think we're putting on a good show. Hopefully at home you agree, as we see that first jack fly into the ditch, I believe. Yeah, so they will throw that again. Ivan was maybe a little excited here to get this semifinal going, and checks the jack into the ditch. So away we go. And as always, remember to send us some comments along to let us know how we're doing. Everything. Let's see here. We're trying to improve on everything. I just tried to adjust the exposure, so hopefully that. Oh, I see here. We will try to change some of the exposure levels here. Just bear with me, folks. I'm playing with the adjustments here on the screen, trying to adjust the exposure and some of the other stuff. That is not it. There we go. All right, well, that is the best I'm going to do for now. If you have any tips, if you're a pro at this at home, please send comments. Let me know what I can do to get the best exposure for this bright day here in Sun City. So, as we see this first end start, Ivan put one down right on the line, about a yard behind with his first. Now he's overcorrected on this one on the weight, but still in a pretty decent area. And I will be joined here very shortly by my cohort in crime, Mr. Scott Roberts, who has been doing a great job this week. And I'm sure he's just as excited as I am that the wind has calmed down a little bit, as we see a great bowl coming to the head from Mr. Foxhall. I believe it's Martin Foxhall. Are you sure of that, Scotty?
Yeah. Hey, welcome. I was getting an earful about how to do our streaming.
Oh, sweet.
A little bit better, so we'll have some notes later to share with everybody.
Yeah, I'm always open to the constructive criticism. Like I always say, send us your tips, your good opinions and good changes, please. None of the bad ones. And we are open to it. So I was just playing with the exposure on there, Scott, and I learned a little bit more. So hopefully we're looking better. It doesn't look much different to me on the screen, but
Okay.
That's something we'll improve on, guys. And that's something I can say very confidently that each time we do this, we're going to really try to improve and get better. So I can promise you every time it will get better. And as we swap over here, we'll look at one of our sponsors, Barry Bowling Systems. Good enough to help sponsor the U.S. Open this year, so we appreciate you guys. Artificial greens and surfaces, contact them if you need one at your club. And here we'll have a look at this. This is that somewhat unorthodox delivery that Mike Ruggles has. He has his own style where he sort of points. See, there you go. You see him kind of calibrating stuff. Now he's looking. So if you look at that, Scott, he's looking to our right, which
He's further right than we are.
yeah, he's looking at the side camera pretty much. Maybe he was just saying hi to the crowd, but no, he was looking about the parking lot, and then he sort of adjusts off of that line. So he starts with that and then comes back off of it. He just uses it as a reference point. And as you can see with his first bowl, it works. Oh, he almost had that. But yeah, he was just trying to get underneath that front one Ivans or promote it. And that was a great rangefinder, as I like to call him, where something that you can really adjust off of well. And yeah, let us know, particularly about that exposure and about our volumes on our microphones as well. Make sure we're good there. Yeah, Rick Lyons and Martin Foxhall. Okay, Rick was just a little bit heavy with that one. It might have sped up just in the little break between games because we saw that jack fly into the ditch. I was talking with my good buddy Michael Siddall after that first game. He was like, wow, it is quite a bit quicker today than it was where he was yesterday. He was at Johnson, so he said it might have been 2 seconds quicker. Look at this, another good second shot there from Ruggles. He did make the adjustment, didn't get the shot out of it, but he's honing in on what his goal is for this end. So. See how Rick looks with this one. He's definitely adjusted. He's got some cool looking sort of tiger stripe bowls. I'm assuming those are arrows. They do some really, really cool stuff with their designs and their actualization logos. You can get any kind of picture on there. So that's really cool. Although I'm a Henselite guy myself, you got to appreciate when people are doing good work like that. So Mike's honing in. He's looking at the parking lot. I won't make fun of him anymore. Mike and I are good friends, so
it's just different. It's just amazingly different. But I mean, you see some classic styles, but then you see some unorthodox setups and styles. But it's covered a few of Mike's games now, and just to see him, kind of how he's grown in the sport. Like you see the people that come up, they start and they're keen, and they lead, they skip eventually, and then win tournaments and. You see them getting better and better, and Mike's one of those guys.
Yeah, he sure is. I've played against him a few times in the last few years, and he's gotten continuously better. So that's really proud of him for that. And he's kept his style. His delivery hasn't changed. He's
not at all.
Just honed it in. So as we see Martin here, kind of giving us a little shot of that, we will. Oh, hi Nixon. We'll talk about you in a sec. There we go. So this one's just passing through.
Yeah, a little overcooked there.
So probably going to be a 1 there to the Foxhall Lyons combination would be my guess, and it is. So we're moving the scoreboard for the first time this game on to N2 as we watch this second flight semifinal here at the U.S. Open of Lawn Bowls in Sun City, Arizona. You're joined by myself, Lauren Dion, and my co-commentator, Scott Roberts. What a beautiful day, huh, Scott?
Yeah, if we could keep that wind down, it'd be nice. I mean, other than that, if the wind was like this, I'll take this. I don't know about you. I'll take this.
This is good.
This is just kind of a little mild breeze at most. Nice and pleasant.
And you said that Oh, these are... No, we're good. That's some adjustment, I guess. I think something got knocked ajar here with our camera. I will...
Let me pay tech rec this time.
Oh, we might not need you. There we go. We're good.
You got it?
We're good. When the remote controls work, we are good. So... Okay, sorry about that, folks. Had some tap on our shoulders. We're just going to go take some constructive criticism and adjust the camera a little bit. That one's moving around a lot on us, as you can see, and Scott's going to go over there and take the sunshade off because that's acting as a sail. We don't want that. We want a good show for you guys, so we're trying our best and constantly improving. That looks better already. Thanks, Scott. And a little information about at least the man that just delivered that bull, Ivan Hyland. I believe he is a Hall of Famer for Bulls USA. Been doing this a very long time. Him and his lovely wife, Marina Hyland. Awesome people. Ivan's actually flies private jets. Got a great job. And they bowl out of the Newport Harbor Lawn Bowling Club, like I said earlier. We'll stick with this little side view here as the gentlemen are in the way of the camera. I think we might need to remind them of the... Scott, would you maybe go remind them too about the camera? Seems like our skips might need a little reminder. Or I can do. We'll see how it goes, and we'll give them one in a while. So keep us honest on that, guys. If it's bugging you, and they... There we go. I just got to tell Ruggles. He's looking at me like, yeah, awesome, man, awesome. I'm like, no, get out of the way.
Yeah, I'm in the second flight semifinal, and you're sitting there.
Yeah, he's making fun of me.
Who the hell are you?
It's like, why didn't you bring your bowls today, Lauren? Oh, yeah. And as they pass over, we'll look at another one of our sponsors, Henselite USA, the choice of champions, Henselite. Can't say enough about them. Great lawn bowls. So if you're wondering which brand to go with, while we're doing this commercial break, we will say Henselite USA, the choice of champions. All right. Rick steps up here on the mat. Like Scott said, let's take a look at this delivery because we don't need to look at their backs. I believe they skip positions, Scott, you were saying, from the original entry.
Yeah, sometimes I think you've done that from time to time, LD. You know, where you get into you're like a plan, like let's say just you and Azza, right? You and Aaron, we're going to play, and it's just like you have your plan. You know, Aaron probably lead, and you'll skip, and sometimes it just doesn't work.
Yeah, sometimes someone gets a feeling, or someone gets whether it's good or bad, or someone, you know, they've been missing a lot of their drives and weighted shots, but they're drawing good. They're like, you know, why don't I lead, and we try it different. Aaron and I have played it both ways and done well somewhat in both, but we've just sort of worked out that naturally I think our combination is with me going last. When we play fours though, Scott, this is pretty interesting about us. I go last, but I like to say that he skips because he'll call down and yell the shots for the first two, because I've noticed with Aaron when he's saying it, people play better. It's just he does have the tendency to make his teammates play better when he's calling the head. So
yeah, he's an excellent, well, not just an excellent head reader, but he's also an excellent communicator of the head.
Yeah, that's more for me. Like, you know, I'm playing with him and Michael this week, and I told Michael's be playing third, but I told him I kind of want Aaron calling the head because, yeah, Michael knows how to read a head just as good as Aaron, no doubt about it. They probably have the same call. It's just the delivery of it. Aaron's voice is real loud and clear and positive, and
yeah, it's just his tone. I mean, it's one thing out there for those who are just learning or trying to get their game better is to be able to communicate And how you communicate and what you communicate is important.
Yeah, well, we'll try to get through to Ivan and Martin here. I don't think they've been on a live stream rink before because they are the Great Wall of China. As you can hear, clear, precise instructions.
Brief.
Yep. You don't want
because you don't want too much information. I think we've all played with skips who just kind of yammer on a little bit, and then it's just like, just tell me the shot you want.
Yeah, and I'll give all of you a great one too. You never want the last thing out of your mouth to be negative to your teammates. So you never want to say, yeah, draw this through this port, whatever, but just don't hit this bowl. Because then the last thing they heard in their head is hit this bowl. Those are literally the last words they heard. So you never want that, because then that's what's going through their head. Instead of a positive thought, it's a negative thought. So we're sending someone over to talk to Ivan and Martin about possibly trying to not stand right in front of the camera. Someone's talking to him now, so maybe we'll get a good look at this head. Martin says, I'll stand wherever I want, thank you.
I think, let's see, 3 it is.
3 it is.
Good recovery and some nice bowls there by Mike Ruggles, drawing in there in that end. We might be getting our situations straight away.
Yeah, it's fun.
Thanks to our runner.
Yeah, Aaron's been helping us.
And he's going to try and find out some of the other scores of some of the other matches we got going on here.
Yeah, we'll keep you updated on that, especially in particular the 2 championship flight semifinals, which we'll let you know right now is Bob and Rob. So the Central Division powerhouse of Bob Schneider and Rob Benke are playing the Southwest powerhouse of Charlie Herbert and Sadri. What's Sadri's last name?
I think he just goes by one name, like Madonna.
Let's do that. Fairly new bowler, but he's Charlie's neighbor. I know that, and practices a lot with Charlie. And obviously, Charlie's open to teach new bowlers all the ins and outs of the game, which we appreciate, Chaz. And he's gotten another one hooked here. Sadri is well and truly hooked on this game. And yeah, so they're playing, like I said, against Bob and Rob. And the other semifinal, where are they? I'm looking out onto the green.
Could they be in the other green?
Oh, there it is. Chris Dodd. Yeah, Chris Dodd and Tom Richardson from the Southwest Division against. Oh, so we got Southwest. This is crazy. We got Southwest against Central Division in both semifinals. That is unreal. And sorry, never mind. Yeah, we do.
It's against the Cavenders.
Yeah, Cavenders, and then Bob and Rob. Those are the Central, and then the Southwest has Charlie and Sadri and Chris and Tom. So we can have it all Southwest final, we could have it all Central final, or we can have a mix. And I heard Chris was playing very good in the quarterfinal. Talked to his opponent and his teammate, and they both said the same thing. So it sounds like they might be a really tough team to beat today. But tell you what, to be honest, they're 2 really good friends of mine, but it would be cool to see a father and son make the final too.
Yeah,
Jim
well,
Max.
how can you not root for father-son? But I mean, I'm real pleased with Chris and Tom being a men's selector and seeing that those are 2 guys that are on the rise and had an excellent. Obviously, they won the playdowns for the men, and then had a great start, at least to the national championships run, and then they just kind of fell away a little bit. But nice to see. It won't be their last one.
No, and they're really good guys too, on and off the green. Really pleasure to be around. I got to know them both a bit better at the championships, and really happy to have them playing.
Yeah, decent position here by Ivan.
Yeah. And Ivan is a Hall of Famer, right, Scott?
He is.
Yeah,
he was inducted in 2022, I believe. He and his wife, Marina, were inducted into the Bowls USA Hall of Fame. So
awesome.
It's quite the honor for me to be in that club as well with them.
Congratulations. It was just the other day, folks, like about a week ago. Scott got inducted and into the Hall of Fame. Well deserved. Done a lot for the game, played a lot, and won a lot of stuff. So he definitely checked the boxes for the Hall of Fame. It wasn't a question of if, it was just when. So he's in there. And hi from Wales again, Kevin Jones. He didn't think we had outdoor bowls. That's actually all we have, Kevin. We don't have any indoors at all. But yeah, we'd love to have one. I hope we do someday, like a nice private indoor club with a bar and restaurant. And the whole deal would be great, but don't have them yet. And Tim says it's windy in Oxnard, California too. That I come from Carpinteria, a little north of there. So
I actually wanted to do a little shout out because I know there's a fire that's in the Moore Park area in Southern California, and with these winds, they have little to no control to be able to do anything. And I know some of the members of the Oxnard Lawn Bowling Club have been evacuated from their homes, including my parents.
Oh, they got evacuated. Huh?
Yeah.
Wow,
so it's been heading into the Camarillo Heights area, which is where they live, and so they've been told to evacuate. So they've got out. They got it yesterday, and they're fine. They're staying with my brother, who lives nearby in Ventura, which is not in the line of fire.
Cool.
So I know that they're well. And
I was evacuated a couple years ago in Carpinteria from the Thomas fire. So we've had our fair share of them.
Yeah, that's no fun.
So here's our best wishes for the Moore Park area and the Camarillo Hills, that everything goes okay and that the firefighters
Easy here, Mikey. Easy, Mikey. Okay.
Yeah, well, he's in a home
a little heavier than you wanted, but.
It's tricky conditions out there, folks. If you're watching on the camera, you might not be able to tell, except for all the movement of the cameras. But it is windy and it's gusting too, which makes it trickier.
And it's right behind the players, so you could see a lot of bowls. I think you'll see a standard trend because it's gusting of weight being off, but here it'll probably be a little bit heavier, if anything. But here's a nice little adjustment here.
What a great
shot.
Look
at this shot. Well done.
Gosh, the green's running really nice. The way that bowl finished, I'd say, that's the direction of the wind's to their back.
Yeah, the wind to their back right now, yeah.
I think I heard Michael say it could be upwards of 15 and a half, 16 seconds going in that direction. Then the way the bowl finished, I believe him.
And I think that greens have been pretty much right around 14 without, just all things being equal. I think Michael's going to go on his backhand, probably a jacker bull shot. He could hit his own from Ivan's front, pop it in. He could get the jack through, or he could hit the actual shot.
Boy, is he close with this.
Just needs to get half of it. Is it going to push it all the way through?
It will roll enough.
Looks like
what a shot.
Good bull there.
Great shot, Mike Ruggles.
So now probably the same kind of thing, but Rick's got to be a little delicate with it. Doesn't want to push Ivan's in. So he wants to be probably just underneath, see if he can get that jack or the inside half of Michael's bowl.
Gosh, and what a nice delivery Rick has. He says he's only been bowling for 3 years, and here he is in a second flight semifinal at the U.S. Open. So
it's not easy to do. There are a lot of really, really good players that are just sitting on the sidelines in this one.
And it's cool that Martin, that they made the switch. They must be, like you said, good teammates to be able to do that and for everything to be cool. Because Martin's been bowling a long time. He's a second-generation bowler. He said his dad played bowls as well, just like mine, and just 3 years for Rick. So it's cool to see that the less experienced player playing skip, and I'm sure his lead. I'm sure Martin is directing him, giving him good instructions, coaching him a little.
Got more experience in the head, as we were talking about, like with Vaza earlier. Then that's really helpful. And usually you have the person who's at the head kind of directing head, calling the shots, because they've got the better view than somebody who's at the mat.
Yeah, and like I said, it's not only about calling the right shot, but also having the right attitude.
Yeah. Mike probably switching over to the forehand, trying to get to the ball behind.
Here we go, Mike. This is
going to cruise a little through here.
But not far off of rolling his over. And
I think he would have probably get to that bowl in the back, would have been my guess, and he could even rubbed up against his in the front. Well, they're talking about it, see what they want to do.
He might consider going quick. The blue bowls at the back belong to them. They would hate to lose their one bowl in the head, though. That's always the danger. If that one goes away, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. So,
which I think is why Mike was kind of trying for it.
Yeah, exactly. Gosh, this is an interesting decision. You're only down 1.
Yeah, I think he's probably going to stick with the same shot he just played and just play the backhand here and just kind of
touch it for another
get
one.
A touch for 2.
That would be an awesome shot. Might have to get one of the sound effects out if he makes that.
Well, let's just keep that in the back pocket for now. I thought I disconnected that.
No, just the weird voices. We got those disconnected after Smithy joined us last time. But we were watching it last night, and it was funny. So
yeah,
nothing against you, Stevie. It was funny, but not for this. I don't think.
One for Ruggles and the Hall of Famer Ivan Hyland. 4-1 now. They got stretched their lead out a little bit after 3.
Yeah, that was a great shot that Mr. Ruggles played on that end to get the shot. And yeah, like I said, he's really been impressing me over the last year in particular. We played he and Ivan twice in the Southwest Open. Played him in the qualifying rounds, and then again in the, I think it might have been the quarterfinal. And Mike impressed us both times, big time, Michael and I.
Yeah. And Ivan and Mike, again, we were talking about switch positions. Ivan and Mike have played many years together now, but it was the opposite. Mike was skipping for Ivan, and now Ivan feels, the two of them, usually you come to the decision together, but I mean, I think Mike would defer to the Hall of Famer as far as positioning goes, but I think Ivan feels more comfortable now with just leading and letting Mike.
Wow, I just saw Max draw a beauty on the other green. Jeez, tee to tee on the swinger in the wind, just about a front hopper to end that end. So that was a great shot. Max Cavender down over in one of our semifinals for the championship flight, and we'll get Aaron to get us some scores eventually on those once they get into them a bit.
With the 4 teams that are in it, we are going to see a Hanavia gold medal match later today.
Yeah, 3-4 in that one semifinal I just saw on the scoreboard. I think
4-0.
I think Jim and Max just picked up a 3 to go 3-4 down. So I think Chris and Tom have 4. If my eyes are serving me right, I could be wrong. But
good ball there by Martin.
Yeah, great ball.
Like to see Ivan get back on his line. These players now are playing directly into the wind, but it's softened up a little bit right now. But it has been gusty. Which again shows how well that we saw in our first game of just because it was the same kind of conditions. And Alan O'Brien and Brian Stewart just put on a clinic.
They sure were.
I mean, when you only play 12 ends of a 16-end game, you're doing something really, really right.
Gotta move that up a little more here.
Lauren likes his toys.
Just a little bit of OCD. I didn't want to see any sunlight there behind that thing. There we go.
Well, let's see if Martin can get all the way around. He'd ideally like to be behind the jack. This is a good second bowl here. That's great position right there. I like that a lot. All right, Ivan.
There we are, folks. Doesn't that look nice?
Ivan's reasonable position. I mean, he really could do well to get behind and kind of play through his own bowl. He's got some things to work with here. Can go forehand, come off his own ball if need be. Just want to get to the jack, going close.
And I'm going to call you guys out. We need more comments. Come say hi to us. Let us know what you like about the stream. Look at this ball by Ivan Hyland.
There we go.
Comment on that. Woo! Ivan Hyland, what a shot. Mike likes it. That's for sure.
That's a good ball. Let's see what Martin. Yeah, he's going to go on a forehand here. Probably just follow Ivan right down. He can afford to be a little positive because he's already got that back ball. Any kind of action on jack or that bull would probably be good for Martin here.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
Look at
He's in the area. Does he have the ball onto the? I thought he was going to get that little straightener off the bowl right onto the jack square.
He didn't get the straightener, and he didn't get the bowl or the jack. That's pretty unlucky.
And then
good effort.
And look at it goes through that hole, and it ends up way the heck over there, making him look silly. But that's really just the wind and the
just
stuff.
really because the wind's
that.
right in the face, so it's just kind of like a backstop. It's just kind of pushing it back and holding it and shoving it to the side.
And I'm using that line. I actually heard Max say that to his dad in the previous game. He's like, Dad, that wasn't your fault. That was the wind, and it makes you look like an idiot, or something like that. I'm like, yeah, with the gusting wind like this, Scott, that's part of the luck. You just gotta. What I like to do is when it's like this, if it's windy or not windy, when I pick up my ball, I try to get the delivery off pretty quick because you don't want it to change
Yeah,
right,
it's an advantage for somebody who kind of plays quick as opposed to because you've got it in your head what you want to play and you go. But if if the longer you spend kind of planning your shot or being ready from the time you execute, you planned, you're ready to go, and then how long does it take you to execute?
Yeah.
If that's a long time, it could change quickly. And all of a sudden, now you got to come up with a new plan. Or worse, it's in the middle of your delivery that you're thinking of the new plan.
That's what I was saying. You never want to be thinking too much during your delivery. So if you do have a long delivery and it's windy, you might think a little too much. But yeah, a good friend of mine, Brett Wilkie, he was just saying you just treat it like the wind's not there. You just adjust off your last bowl. And if the wind changes, so be it. But
yeah, it's just kind of how it goes.
Here we go. That's
another great ball here by Rick. Look at this.
Rick's honing in.
Oh,
yeah.
Great second shot, though.
But you can just tell he's really up for this game, and he's honed in, and he's cool and confident.
Yeah. Personally, I mean, obviously a good bull, but I wouldn't mind him adding a yard of weight to play through. I mean, he's got the 2 back bulls. It would serve. I mean, I don't even know if he's got a draw. I mean, I don't see the point, honestly. He'd be better off being a yard through and positive.
I'm sure he was trying to. He might have just underplayed it a little bit.
Again, with the wind right in their face.
Yeah.
Michael could really use to get another one in the head and behind.
Well,
he's kind of gummed up the works a little bit, though.
I would see that, for me, that would be a very good guide, and it might force him to play that proper weight.
Yeah. Now he might have to. It's like, oh, I need the weight. Martin's guiding him now.
Ooh.
That's interesting.
Yeah, there we go. Good call, Rick. What good communication there. You gave him another option, and Rick says, "No, I'm gonna stick on this and try it again."
He shook off the catcher sign there.
Yeah, and let's watch this delivery. Look at this. Really nice, really smooth. Doesn't pop up too quick. Again, though, Scott, I think you're right. Maybe he is playing the wrong shot. Yeah.
Again, I don't see the point of trying to.
No, that's not.
You're better off in the ditch.
Yeah.
You're better off in the ditch than to be 3 yards short here.
Yeah, Mike does have the tee now, which does. So, I'd say you're right. Obviously, better off in the ditch than where he ended up, no doubt about it. But he just needs to play sort of that tee weight.
Yeah, not driving.
Keep it on the green. Yeah.
Not driving, just a couple yards through is all.
See if Mike can tidy this head up. Just get another bull in the area, promote his own.
And he could afford to be a little positive just to kind of work these bulls in or work off these bulls like that. Just didn't make it all the way.
I like how he played that, though. If he missed all of it, he gets back to maybe those blue ones. Played the perfect weight for that shot, Mike did. He could have got off that bull, promoted it. Gosh, it seems like an easy decision to me, Scott. Could be, as we see the call here, if he plays more weight, the worse he's down is one down in the back over there.
Yeah.
They got 2 seconds, I think. Let's look at it from this angle. Whoop. This angle, I said. There it is. I think they have 2-second shots, so.
And there's a case to be made for just kind of coming out and just taking that thing out. And
absolutely. I think that's what he's going with. Just trying to get the bolt clean.
And especially since he's waiting for the players next door.
And with this kind of shot here, you can really just choose whichever weight you're most comfortable in.
And also, you see the leads kind of guarding the next door neighbor's head, so that seems like a sign that he's going to come. This is going to have a contrail on it.
What surprises me is that he was like, he's got the combo
right through the hole.
He was trying for the combo, I think.
I think so too. That would have been the A shot, right? But then he could have also hit the bull out. That would have been good.
And that's like I said, that was a question of confidence there. I would have played it with less weight myself, just because I'm more confident in that weight. But
hit it weight.
Just hit it with whatever weight you feel like you're going to hit it with. That's what I say. It's like if you're feeling confident and you're full on drive, freaking go. But if you're feeling more confident and yard on, play that, because that's enough to get it done too.
Yeah. And again,
so
everybody's games
there. It was one dive and
Again, it's just what your strengths are, and that's one of the important things that people need to know is just you want to play this the way it's. Oh, they're messing up. I think they're figuring up the scores. All of a sudden, both teams scored there, but no ends went by. But they're working it out. So we're a quarter way through the game, 5-1, Ruggles and Hyland, Lyons and Foxhall.
Time flies when you're having fun. And let's see can we see what's going on these other rinks. I see a 3 still on that top part for Max, so I think they're down, 3-6? Is that a 6?
Yeah, it's a 3-6 on that one, yeah.
All right, and Charlie, I'm really interested with that Charlie against Rob Banke game, because that's the men's singles champion from the U.S. Championship versus the men's pairs champion skipping against each other. So a little bit of bragging rights going on there. See who's going to make a final and see if Charlie can make his second final of the U.S. Open, because he got runner-up in the singles, losing to Billy Brault, our champion. Congrats, Bill. And so if he could get into another final, he'd be feeling pretty good about his week already.
Yeah, Bill, that was kind of wild. It's just kind of hard to believe, honestly, with the way I think we talked about it then. The fact that Charlie and Bill, neither one of them had won this championship in the singles, and you knew finally one of them was going to do it, with them both having seconds. And now Bill cracked through, and Charlie's got a second to his credit.
Yeah. And it's funny because, like we had mentioned how Bill told us his record in the last few years against Charlie has been horrible. So going into it, you would think Charlie would have been the favorite, but I actually I had a feeling that this was the time Bill was going to get over that hump, because he just seemed like he was in a different frame of mind.
Yeah,
you know?
I agree. I mean, nothing against Charlie or his skill or anything, but Bill was just like on a different level. And he played like it too.
Yeah, and I played a lot against and with Bill, and that was he was in a good mood that day. I must say that. Like, I could just see it, that he was in the right frame of mind. And
yeah.
We know with him that can go haywire sometimes. So that wasn't the day. The other day he kept it together.
It was his day. I mean, to beat Charlie 21-10, you got to be playing well.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, not many people beat him in singles, so just to beat him is good. If you beat him that bad, even better too. Yeah. And yeah, it's really, really great to see.
All right, let's see if Ivan could correct it. He's been a little bit loose with his first couple on his last few ends. Let's see if he can do it with his third.
Still a little disappointed in you people out there. Not enough comments coming through, unless I'm not seeing them for some reason. But don't let us sit here alone. We don't want to be lonely. We want you guys to be with us and tell us how you're feeling. And no politics, no religion, of course, on the chat, please, people.
Yeah, it's a politics-free zone for sure.
But it's not a friend-free zone. We're all friends here.
All right, see if Martin can get a second one in here. Kind of get one a little bit closer. Just kind of trying to float it down. Have you gotten a shot at these shirts that these guys are wearing?
Yeah, the Phoenix. That's a big tournament up in Canada.
This Canadian tournament that they do for charity.
That's rad. They're doing a lot of good things up there. The Canadian Bowler Open, I want to throw a shout out to those guys. Was it Daryl Fitzgerald and Patuli? Yeah, you guys do a great job with that show and all you do for lawn bowls. So we really appreciate you guys. Keep up the good work. And yeah, if you guys have any tips for us, we're open to it too, because we know you've been at it for a while. And
yeah, all those belts. Oh,
the belts are great.
That was spectacular to see that they have championship belts for the winners. And we have the oversized
checks this year.
Yeah, we have. That's going to be I think that's going to be the, what do you call it, the selfie moment or the meme moment from this one, is those giant checks that we have for the winners. Yeah. Of course, they're probably going to all be in
all in my house.
The Brault Nunes household.
No, it's my house.
Oh, is it your house? I'm sorry, your house here. I just meant what they're going to do with it after the week.
Oh, they'll put them. They'll be in the garage alongside all the other stuff they got. Jeez, Anne's got all of it: trophies, plaques, medals.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Well, I prefer Mike, I think, on the draw, because he doesn't have anything particularly close here. So, I mean, normally I would think, well, the Jacker Bowl's not bad, but given the state of the head, I think he's better off just trying to draw, because with the way Rick's playing, he's probably going to draw a second in here without too much difficulty. If
you're a betting man, if I was a betting man, I'd definitely be putting money on him to draw this. There we go, watching from Vancouver. Thanks, Lisa. Someone's listening to us out there. Yeah, I was going to go back to just one more point on Bill, and that big singles final victory is each one of those big games too, win or lose, helps you going forward with your nerves and all that stuff. So, where he might have been nervous in that one before, he wasn't this time for all those other experiences he had. And like for me and Aaron, the UBC did wonders for us, because it's all these high pressure games. So now you don't ever feel pressure on the green, because you've got it out of your system. Anyway, back to this game, eh?
You learn a lot from losing.
You do. You learn from
truly
both.
Do.
Yeah.
I think he was just trying to cover the back there. That's what it looked like to me for Rick, especially with the way Michael came through with such he was very positive, obviously. So I think Rick was intentionally trying to put it in the back there.
And I don't see the strategy on either side, to be honest, Scott.
I think he's just he's not compensating for the wind properly.
Yeah.
He's just really heavy, yeah.
Not this bull, but I'm saying if he went for it with the first, he might have second. I mean, it's not even sure he has second shot, is it? I mean, it's close, but there's a lot of room there, I think.
Yeah, it should be a draw head for both players.
Yeah, I wouldn't have covered the back either. Maybe he wasn't trying to, but
it's possible. He put it right on the center line. I mean, if he was trying to draw, he missed it by a healthy 3 yards.
Yeah, but this one's traveling as well.
I just think, the wind, we don't feel it, but maybe it's still there, hidden someplace.
Yeah, you're right. It's not easy. It's easy from here.
Dead downwind. We're dead downwind here, so.
Okay, Mike's setting up. Let's show you. Look at that angle that he's at. You see that, everyone? Watch out, Brian Stewart. He's going to get you. Okay, now he adjusts back to his proper line. There, he looks at his line. See that? Now it's off. Right on the line he looked at. Not at the first one that he lined up on.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what that look away is. One of these days I'll have to ask him. Or I don't know if I want to know the secret. I prefer the mystery. This looks like is it going to make it all the way? Is it going to make it all the way?
It's trickling. It's trickling. It's trickling.
Yeah, it's going to fall across. Yeah, and he didn't like it. Well, unfortunately there, Mike.
Bit of a loose head here for this one.
Yeah. Rick came down, and I don't know what he's looking at.
As we have a conference, let's do our conference sponsor.
Who's sponsoring this conference?
Jai Thai food here in Sun City, Arizona.
Jai Thai, yeah.
Jai Thai. So if you haven't been there, head on down. I actually haven't tried it myself. I think our household was planning on going tonight. So if you're in the area, go get some good Thai food. And if you're in the area and you need a realtor, the Nixon Group. The Orange Realtors, you can see them out here with their orange shirts once in a while. They sponsor a lot of lawn bowling in Sun City, so really appreciate you guys. Thanks for sponsoring this year's 2024 U.S. Open. Well, what was the decision here? They kind of chatted about it for a while.
I don't really see why it's anything but a
dead draw.
But a draw head. I'm surprised they even came up to look at it, honestly.
Is he worried on his forehand that he might clip the jack to Ivan's bowl?
Yeah, I don't. And I'm trying to look to see where I see if there's a big number, but I don't.
No. He was just nervous about hitting the jack to Ivan, probably.
Should be coming to forehand. Yeah, that's what I would expect. He could just arrive on his own, but he's been really heavy with his first two if he was trying to draw.
This one looks.
This one's traveling as well.
Better, yeah.
This one's not short.
Uh-oh. Watch out for your own shot bowl.
This one's not short.
See, it was. It might fall in. No. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a little.
He was just heavy with all.
Yeah, I think he's just heavy. I'm a little. I don't see the strategy. They're going to check the second one.
Oh, are we going to have a measure here? We might need to have a.
I figured the second one was a possibility, but I didn't think it was going to be much. I think it was just going to be one, and I think Martin's just going to. They're going to measure it officially. Ivan was telling him.
By?
Ivan did the old finger trick, and then. Oh, who is it sponsored by?
Scan. We need to get the details on them pulled up now.
Go back to Scan.
Okay, we'll come back to you guys after we get our tip points from you. We know you sent them in. They were, we just didn't have time to quite get them bullet pointed to go through. So we'll move on to SPARMS. Sun protection for your arms. SPARMS. And our main live stream sponsor while we're at it. Got a little more time. Arrow Bowls. Arrow USA. Same line every time. And back to
the Scan Health Plan.
Scan Health Plan.
A not-for-profit Medicare Advantage organization. Scan provides health care coverage to Medicare beneficiaries in California, Arizona, Texas, and Nevada. Mission is to help seniors stay independent and healthy. Thank you, Scan.
Thank you very much, Scan. We really appreciate it,
the Scan Health Plan.
And sorry, we didn't quite have that. Let me update the scoreboard here.
5-3 now. It was 2 after the measure.
2. Okay.
After the Scan Health Plan measure.
The Scan Health Plan measure. Scan Health Plan. As we go into N4 here, we're now reaching the quarter-way point, as long as they play all the ends. And it hasn't been action-packed quite yet, but we are... was it 5 or we?
Yeah,
it should be finding an even end here.
We played 5. This is number 6.
Wow, we're in N6. That's why Scott has his handy notepad here. Because Lauren tries to keep it all in his head, and it doesn't work all the time when I do that.
Doesn't work for me either. You get distracted very easily. You never know what's going to blow through here.
Look at Mike's little stance for us here. Thanks, pal. There.
Again, everybody's just kind of, that's what we kind of taught. You're trying to be encouraging for your partner, and people just aren't used to the whole live streaming thing. And Mike knows now. He got the signal.
Yeah.
Especially since we've done a lot, for me personally, most of the live streaming I've done has been with the ladies, and all you got to do is tell them, yeah, I don't think we want to show your backside of the camera. I don't think you want that.
Yeah.
And we want the head. That seems to be a good thing, especially for them.
But I have heard people before sort of tell you that, hey, I don't care about you guys. This is my routine. What a shot. Max Cavender again over there. I'm just looking up right at the right time, but he just dragged the white right through the head. And made another great shot, man. Max, proud of you, brother. And here's Mike with the stance again. This is maybe how he... Oh, I know what it is. It's for Ivan to see a little better.
To give him a little target, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a target for Ivan, so we get it.
But it's nice that he's moving afterwards. I mean, the ball is away, so...
So case in point, people have their strategies during the game, and we're not telling them they can't stand there. They're able to do whatever they want while they're out there, but we just kindly request.
Martin really needs to add some weight and get something behind. I'm sure this won't be short unless he gets wrecked. Ooh. Yeah, there you go. This is a good bowl.
Yeah, well
done, Martin. That's a good correction. Well, he had the line pretty well, so now...
Okay, yeah, so that is Mike's stance for Ivan, so he can aim.
Trying to give him a spot behind the head. I mean, they're going into the wind again this time. I mean, Little League is straight up the wind and then going the other way, straight downwind.
So it looks like Charlie, in the Charlie versus Rob Banky game, 6-5 after 4 ends. Oh. But they didn't mark an end because it would be after 5 ends if they're going that direction.
Yeah, just a little short by Ivan. He's just kind of shrugging like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
It's not easy out there, Ivan. We understand. So, yeah, like I said, it's 6-5 in the Herbert versus Banky game. Not sure who's on 6 and who's on 5. Our rover is roving elsewhere. Oh, no, he ran to the market really quick, I think, so he'll be back. Or to the bank. That's what it was.
So he's getting some money? Is that it?
Or he's depositing some money. Who knows? Yeah, I mean, we gave him his paycheck this morning, didn't we?
Oh, is that what we did?
Did we? Oh,
I thought you did.
I thought you did. So he's not going to the bank with his live stream paycheck. That's for sure, because if he had one, it would be one of those big fake ones anyway.
Yeah, I think one of the comments I got is like, oh, asking me if I got my hazard pay yesterday.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. That was awesome. Everyone's piling them up right there.
Well, and there's a lot of room to draw, but I think they might be holding 4. That's at least 3.
Oh, wow.
But there's nothing within a yard here. I don't know if you watch South Park, that there's an ongoing joke where the hunters, in Colorado, you're not allowed to hunt animals unless your life is threatened. So the gag is that they say, "Oh, it's coming right for us," and then they shoot. And that's
Mike.
I got that quote in my head every time Mike lines up like that. They're coming right for us.
Watch out! Yeah, miss wide. He said everyone's been missing narrow. So, as the experienced bowler, as the master or the sensei tells his student,
yeah,
be wide, young grasshopper.
Well, Rick had a good line here. He's just about a yard short. You just really need to force yourself to. You really just got to be conscious of your weight and believe what your eyes tell you. Because
I like Rick's style.
He's got a nice,
silky smooth delivery. Added the grass. Played good weight, and he's rewarded with a shot.
I mean, it's still can draw a shot with 2.5 feet, and you can get shot, but it's easier said than done. I mean, we've had a lot of bowls on the green. Nobody's really gotten that close, but they're holding 4 at the moment. And speaking of smooth deliveries, it's hard to beat you and Aaron. I mean, then you guys put on a clinic just watching you guys smooth that bowl out there.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. It's taken years and years and years of practice. I've been playing since I was 8 years old, and that was let's just say more than 20 years ago. But now it's actually more than 30 years ago.
Well, at least Michael got to the line. He missed it pretty badly with his first one, so that's something to build off of. So that's good.
Yeah, and I think he cut it down too, right? He's not the shot.
Well, yeah, I'm not quite sure. Might have gotten it down to 2 or 3, but he's got something to work off of. And now if it's Rick here, you'd like to float it right behind, especially as his first 2 are short. I'd like to add at least a yard here. Coming to the green ball, putting it in the count. He's had a good line. He just needs to add a 1 to 2 yards will be really good, I think, here.
Well, and all 4 of his bowls.
Hitting that green one would be good. Needs to sit on it. Just a little too steamy. Now, Ivan's going to take a look to see if Mike's holding. I think he's going to say he's down at just how many.
Yeah, he's down for sure. He says 4.
Ivan gave a sigh before he put those 4 fingers down.
So here's an early pressure bowl from Mr. Ruggles. Let's see how he responds to the pressure, the wind, the crowd, the millions and millions of viewers.
The millions.
Well, his pace does not look too bad here, Scott, if it reaches.
He's got to get up. Did he
this
take
is a
just
gem.
This could be it.
This is an absolute gem.
This could
what
be
a
it.
shot.
Ivan's already calling it.
Well done,
yeah,
Mike Ruggles.
there it
What a
is.
shot, Mike. The crowd goes
Great
wow.
bowl, Ruggs. I was wondering if he got a little tick on the jack to move it, but no, he'll just take the one and run because that was a big swing there. Big shot. I'm going to put a little star here to remember that was a 5-point swing.
So that was N6. Now we're going into N7, correct?
Yeah, that was the 6th end. We're going to the 7th.
Okay. Now I got the scoreboard right, everyone.
All right, good. You're on top of things.
And what model of Henselites are you seeing? Well, Chris, all of them, to be honest. Tigers is what I used out here. Quite a few people using those. Some people, quite a few Tiger 2s. I'd say that's probably the more common on these greens. And then we're seeing XGs, Dreamline XGs out here as well. In the men's singles final, I think Bill was using Redline SRs, some Taylors. Charlie was using Grooves, Aero Grooves. And Ann Nunez, who's won now the women's 4s and pairs title, was using Tiger 2s at the skip position. So, seeing all makes out here, different models, which shows one of the great things about lawn bowls. You get to choose your style of bowl that you want to play, whether it's narrow or wide or heavy or they're all heavies these days. But what size, what brand? It's really cool. You can really customize them all. So. 2 of our sponsors, Aero Bowls USA and Henselite USA, are there right there for you if you have any questions about which ones to get and where to use them. They have the answers also. So
yeah, good opener by Ivan. He'd been struggling the last couple lands. Nice to see him kind of get back in the game and get a bowl in the head.
And that's another thing that gives me a great time to point that out. A lot of times you'll see that in a game where if the lead lets the skip down a little bit and the skip makes a big shot to save them at the end.
Yeah, right, the momentum.
You'll see the lead play really good the next end because it's almost like they feel like they got to pay them back, which is 100% correct. You pay your skip back with some good lead bowls. It gives them a little, they're still excited from the previous end and having to save your tail, and it gives them that little sigh of relief, like, oh, I can go into this end holding a couple. Man, 6-6 in one of the semifinals, the Max Cavender game over there, tied up.
As Ivan switched over, he was asking whether he should because they thought it was a little better. Personally, I don't know if I would have.
No,
I think I would have just had him. He was asking Mike, and Mike said sure, but I think hopefully he'll make the adjustment. But I mean, again, I'm a big fan of, like, if you threw a good bowl in, just do it again.
Absolutely.
Because otherwise you don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah, and in 3-bowl pairs like we're playing here too, it is so rare that I would ever have my lead switch hand. Especially if they're finding one well, even if there's a bowl in the way, whatever, it doesn't matter. You keep cranking it on that hand because you just keep the same weight, the same feel, the same line.
And it's similar to 4s, and that's why 4s, when you only got 2 bowls,
lead never switches hands.
You should never switch hands. I mean, the skip may be advised, but never the front end.
No.
unless it's like last end, and it's, well, I mean, it have to be an extreme situation, because that way you've got a big part of this game. One, have a good delivery, be smooth, but the second is to make adjustments. That's the next phase.
Yep.
And if you can get a consistent delivery, then you got to make your adjustments. And if you're only getting one bowl in a hand, then you've got no adjustment to make.
One of the best players I've ever played with was Leif Selby, and he played lead for myself and Safwan in the triples. It was 2-bowl triples. And I said something to him about, this hand and that hand. And he goes, mate, there's only one hand for me. He's like, I'm leading in 2 bowls.
Yeah,
like,
what are you telling me?
I won't play the other hand at all. And it was true. He never even looked up to see if Saf would even want him to, because Saf knew the answer, no, and Leif knew the answer, which was no. So
yeah.
I learned a lot there. That was, a long time ago, but I was like, that is an awesome way, because then they don't have to think about anything either. They just dial in. Doesn't matter where the other guy's bowl goes. Bowls in the head. Bowls in the head. So as we do this crossover here, I mean, we've kind of covered everyone, but we can say hi again. Barry Bowling Systems for the artificial green near you. Thank you, Barry Bowl Systems, for sponsoring the U.S. Open this year. And we have a little bathroom break, too, so we can run through a couple more. Henselite USA. Jimmer. They're the choice of champions. Ann Nunes back in the pairs and the fours this year. Is she going to go for all 3 with her Henselite USA bowls? Jai Tai. Got to give it a try.
Oh, that's good. I know they're getting if you're playing in the U.S. Open, you've got your badge, they'll give you 15% off your bill.
Okay, perfect. Good to know. Good to know. Might take my badge out tonight and go there, but we will see. We might have a champion in the house again. We have all 3 of the big checks.
Yeah, you already have 3 big checks, so you already have champions in the house.
So cool. I wish those checks were mine, but the joke that I had this morning is Mike draws a really nice shot here. Great shot
by Mike.
The joke I had with Bob, who just showed up, and he made the champion. He was 2nd seed going into the day. I said, well, Bob, it's good you did so well, because in the house we had an agreement that any money that we won, any of us, would go towards paying all the house off first, and then we'd split the rest evenly amongst us. He said he's fine with it. Ann goes, hold on a second. And I was like, Ann, you don't remember that conversation? And she doesn't, so we're not getting any of her money or bills.
Welcher.
Yeah, well, she's in charge too, so she said no go on bills either, which disappoints me dearly. No, really proud to have them there. We've been celebrating every night and having good meals. I made some stir fry for them last night. It was delicious, I must say.
Oh, it's pretty wild. 3 nights in a row and 3 championships, and 1 on each night. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, we're still alive for today. We're pulling for the house is pulling for Bob and Rob, because Bob's staying with us. I do have a lot of friends. All the people in the semis are my friends, so it's hard to pull for anyone. But
Mikey.
Mike is not happy unless he was trying to block. He might be trying to block that hand. No, he looks to the sky.
What did I do? Where'd the wind go? Where'd the wind go was supposed to help me on that one.
I might take off my sweatshirt, Scott.
Don't call out the thunder, man. Give it an end. Give it an end.
Oh, Aaron's back. Aaron, maybe go check on those scores for us, huh? Aaron's going to go check on some scores in the big games.
He's back from depositing my check.
Yeah.
Let's see what Rick can do here.
Pulling out my cash.
Oh, got a little rub. He's still pretty heavy. Didn't really help the cause there. Mike needs to get back to the first one.
Yeah, that was his first one was on the forehand, right? Or was it on the backhand? Oh, I think it was the backhand. It cut across a little, so.
Yep. He's back over on the forehand.
Let's see, Mike looks like a decent pace here.
Yeah, I was going to say, this looks like a good road and pace here. Ivan's rooting it in.
It's already in the count. How good is it going to be, though? How good is it going to be?
Yeah, that's very nice there.
Pretty good.
That's very nice there.
And now Ivan's back bowl's looking really good.
See what Martin's calling.
So to the back there, you can see the 2 blue bowls and the white bowl behind it. That's Ivan's as the best back, which kind of splits those up. That's really good.
He put her in a good home. All right, they got a plan. I think he's going to come on the...
Weight on the backhand?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, they're still talking.
Yeah, he says have a go. We're down 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack in the ditch, I think, is what the call is.
Yeah.
Trying to get the shot or cut anything down. Kind of a drive to cut.
Because he's had a couple draws at it and didn't get it, so I'm saying let's try something a little different. What a
This is
smooth
nice controlled
delivery.
weight. Yeah. He wasn't leaving his shoes behind.
Let's see if we can. There he goes. He's out of the way now. See, that was.
And he got the
and
jack.
he gets it, and it goes to the ditch next to his
that
toucher.
works out and stayed in bounds.
Next to the toucher of his. So that was a bit fortunate, folks. That's one of the negative things about our game is when someone misses and gets the shot out of it. But it is part of the game.
The jack went in the ditch, and because it's a toucher, the bowl is still live, and then the jack goes where it is, and so it's going to be one way or the other because that's Ivan's bowl all the way in the back. So it's either Ivan's bowl is shot or the just delivered bowl.
Let's see if
they're going to measure it.
We'll swap over to this and just show you what they're doing. They're just measuring in the ditch over there.
Is somebody sponsoring this measure?
They can. Let's go with Nixon Group. I think they're next on the list. The Nixon Group, your Orange Realtors, who are here in Arizona, Sun City, Arizona. And then Asset Preservation, who did the opening ceremony.
Yeah, and I think they've been contributing to the prize pool.
Oh, that's who did that. Yeah, they contribute quite a bit. And what I like that they did is they did it to the champion. It didn't get spread evenly, so it actually makes this pot a little juicier for those high-end bowlers that want to come play in the U.S. Open. Our champions are getting over $1,000 each in most of the disciplines. I think the women's fours was a little under, but
all right. Rick ended up getting the shot with that one. Was a little fortunate, but it was pretty good. He got the one, so it'll be 6-4 now.
And there's our first check-in from New Zealand. Thanks, Brian, for checking in over in Red Cliffs, Christchurch, New Zealand, and it's probably fairly early in the morning over there. You up early, Brian? What better thing to do on let's see here. It's Thursday day, so Friday morning.
Yeah, what day is it there?
Friday.
Friday morning, yeah.
And what better thing to do on a Friday morning than watch some lawn bowls in the US of A. And here we go with our updates on those semifinals. Bob and Rom are continuing to roll. They are just steamrolling. They're only up 9-5. I'm not getting too ahead of myself, but 9-5, a lead over Charlie and Sowdrey. That's a good start for them. And then after 7 ends, Max and Jim are down 6-10 against Tom and Chris. So we got one game where the Central is in the lead. One lead where Southwest is in the lead. So
that'd be somewhat fair if we could keep that rivalry going into the final and have one of each.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Central boys would be loving to play each other in the final.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
Where the Southwest guys would also. I'm sure they're all friends, but they're friends with the other guys too. So to be honest, the division thing here isn't a huge thing. But I know the Central Division doesn't have nearly as many bowlers as the Southwest, so they would be pretty proud to have 2 teams in the final.
And they're all pretty tight because I think they're pretty much all from the same club.
As we see, that's how Mike lines up for Ivan. Gives him a bigger target. And Ivan's
it's a
played
good ball by
bowl.
Ivan. This is a stunner here. That's what they've needed. And Ivan's been kind of sleepwalking a little bit in the last few ends. Nice to see him put one in nice and close.
That's right. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna let Aaron jump in with you, Scott, and go see if I can find a nibble or something in the clubhouse.
Nice, we got a bench.
Yeah, nice. We have a bench here, so we'll see if Aaron wants to jump in. If not, I'll be right back.
Good ball there by Martin. Kind of sneaking up on it. Prefer for him to be behind and reach it to Ivan, but still he's got the line. That's pretty solid and not so easy to do. All right, here's Ivan. Just really wants to do something similar. Just want to keep this form. This isn't bad to put it behind. He's okay. Yeah, Mikey likes it. Putting it on the tee, pretty dang close to it.
What do you want to do for?
All right, here's Martin. Really needs to add a yard. He'd really ideally like to get at least to that white ball, to the shot ball. But again, they're playing into the wind, almost directly into the wind, so it's a little tricky. You're trying to get your, you're trying to get your tempo of what the pace is going to be, and it's just really difficult today and yesterday with the ladies of trying to you're just kind of fighting this wind. Yesterday was kind of side to side and gusty, helping your, affecting your line a little. There, it's very much the pace. Ivan, again, doesn't want to touch any of those front balls. Just come right around, get to the back. Yeah, not the end of the world. Kind of tipped that one up, but I don't think you put it in. Mike's going to take a little look just to be sure. Based on that high five, I'm guessing it's one. All right, there's Rick. Been playing pretty well. Had a nice little drive on the last end to take the jack in the ditch, which is exactly what they wanted, to get shot, and managed to be fortunate enough to stay in it close enough to it. He wants to draw all the way back to that shot ball. He's going to go a little bit through. Not horrible. Better than being short, and they didn't have anything behind. So Mike doesn't have a lot of room to draw. And it's kind of a little bit of a mix, so I would think he'd be wanting to just kind of try and see if he can get to that shot first. So just again draw into the shot bowl in the back, just trying to draw to that white bowl. Just kind of playing it through. Again, you could see the little bit of an overcorrection because they were just playing downwind. Now they're playing upwind. It is kind of starting to get gusty again. Just kind of coming and going. Just Rick. Cut a little bit of the pace off. Just so we can take the nice bend with this line, get all the way up there, get to the bowl. Good effort here. I like that. That's a pretty good weight. He could be with that weight and a little bit narrower, and he could come into that pile in the front and kind of rock around, or he could get to the jack, or he could get to the shot ball. Wouldn't be bad for Mike to do any of those things either. I think that's how this head is set up. Oh, they better move that other ball. Mike going to go around it. Well, that's a ball in the other rink. They really should be moving that one out of the way. There it goes. Make a little high here. Okay. That's Rick, last chance. All right, last chance for Rick here. I don't think he's got here. He took a little too much pace off this one. I think he would have been better served to just keep that weight and just adjust the line rather than trying to mess with it. I think Michael should still, he's probably no danger in just trying to draw, and he's probably thinking about just taking the one and running with the way he's walking up. Yeah, they're just counting the head. Again, for those of you who are new, it's always optional to roll your bowl if you want, and sometimes it's tactically sound. If you're worried about turning it over and you really like the way it's set up, you can just say, I'm not going to roll my last bowl, and then so that's what they decided to do here. So one more for Ruggles and Hyland. So they'll go up 7-4 after 8 ends. And we're halfway done, and we'll be starting the 9th end here. Ivan's been keeping that mat pretty close to the tee. Let's see, Mr. Ruggles set up a target in the back. So they've been going with a fairly long distance. Personally, for me, when it's like when you get a strong head and tailwind, what I like to do is make it a little bit longer with the when you've got the tailwind, and then a little shorter when you got the headwind. If you want to keep that same stroke, you can try and keep it by adjusting the length of the match that you're playing with. But we haven't been seeing that so far. They've just been kind of sticking with this and just trying to adjust the pace. Watch Ivan's shot and watch it come all the way down here. At beautiful Bell Lawn Bowling Club here in Sun City, Arizona. It's a really good opener here. Yeah, very nice. About a yard at most. Pretty good opener. The other thing that I did a lot when we were at Laguna Beach is in a couple of matches do the opposite. Like when you got a big tailwind, go very short. And then when you got a headwind, go very long. But since I'd be driving the length, I know how it is and just make use of those two strokes. I think the Dragon's going to join me here. All right. You should be on now, buddy.
Hey, welcome back. Thank you, Scott.
No, I should be welcoming you back.
Oh, well, thank you. Looks like I've tuned in just in time to see a good game here. 7-4. Ruggles and Hyland curly ahead. And it looks like Ivan's been slowly finding his way and dialing in a little bit.
The last, he's at least gotten one in. He's been kind of struggling a little bit. I think the wind has kind of been a little bit of a bugaboo.
From what I've seen with the wind, Scott, it seems like the wind's a little bit up and down. Like it'll be blowing strong, and then it'll kind of let off a little bit and see how the players react to that.
There's another good ball from Ivan. He's kind of found it a little bit. He's getting within a yard. He was kind of spraying over the yard for a few ends there, but now he's back on form. There's Martin. We're just saying one of the things that I do when it's windy like this, especially in this situation where it's tailwind, headwind, is to adjust the length of the mat, when you've got the mat, to adjust the length so that you could keep that same stroke. Go longer when you've got a tailwind, go shorter when you're going into the wind.
Kind of help it feel like you're playing the same length, even though it's a little bit different.
Yeah, you feel like it's going the same stroke and adjust that way. Or do the opposite. That was the other thing I was talking, like especially at Laguna Beach, you know how it can be there sometimes, is do the opposite. Go really short with the tailwind and really long with the headwind. So it's two very different strokes. And two strokes not everybody can do.
Correct. And being aware of it. Mm-hmm. Being aware of
especially
those
if you're driving it. I mean, I just have singles matches and just kind of boat race it that way. Here comes Ivan, wants to hit this. That's really unlucky. It wasn't too bad, but again, he came across the center line. He would better served by being higher and using his own bowl instead. Martin had a solid shot in there, so now he's just got to do another one. Now he could do that shot. He could come on he's coming on the forehand, I believe. Bearing it down. Nope, he's going backhand. Wow, this is surprising, honestly.
Yeah.
Unless he just doesn't have any fear of that white one in front.
You know, the hand's turning so well, Scott, I think he just wasn't afraid and knew that he could get around. Looks like his pace was pretty decent and he was well around.
Yeah.
Yeah, finishing in a pretty good home.
Yeah, it just gave a lot of good room between not wanting to risk pushing it in. And it couldn't go too far. He couldn't give a shot away from that hand. So
that's correct.
I just think he could have come forehand. He could have made use of that white ball and just kind of used his little edge, little rub, come on in. I think that's what you'll probably see Mike do here. Oh, we're taking off a layer here. Every day. That car every day.
Must be nice to have a hot rod.
Throaty. That's very throaty.
Looked like maybe a 57 Chevy rolled by and wasn't afraid of the accelerator.
No, just in the same spot too. It just like makes the turn and then just, I'm gonna hit the gas now.
So Scott, I know Mike Ruggles and Ivan Hyland from Southern California. Can you tell me a little bit about the other team of Lyons and Foxhall? I'm not that familiar with these players.
Well, both those guys are from, they always seem to, I think we were talking about earlier that Rick is a fairly newer bull. He's only been playing for a few years, 2 or 3 years now. But Martin is a very regular with the, coming down to the U.S. Open, both Canadians. And they see those shirts that they got from the Phoenix, which is a tournament that they put on for charity to benefit a charitable organization. So I always see that there's some nice causes out there that, with bulls. It's kind of the nature of the people here, too, that are in the Bulls community, as you know so well. But, yeah, there are a couple Canadians, Martin, definitely the veteran, and the Rick, the up-and-comer.
I definitely recognized Martin, but didn't know.
Yeah, Rick's a newer bowler, I think, under Martin's wing. They actually signed up the other way. So somewhere along the line, they switched. Martin was going to be the skip. But they've decided this is the way to go, which is another conversation I had with Mr. Dion is about you two and how I've seen both of you play either position, but you've settled into you leading for him.
Very true, Scott. Our lineup with Lauren and I relies on us trusting our game so much, both. Both of us have the ability. We read the head the same way. We understand the shots and approach the game the same way. So it just boils down to, I think, Lauren's able to convert a little bit more often. I'm a little bit maybe more consistent under the draw up front. Just really taking advantage of your strengths and realizing what your strengths might be and realizing if you have a little weak coming in your game, or being able to admit that and work on your strengths to get your game better, but really making your team maximize from your...
Yeah. Absolute stunner there from Mike Ruggles. Picking up that jack and kind of dragging it over to Ivans for 2. That's quite the stunner there, given the circumstances. But yeah, knowing what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are. And the other thing is about the communication. Again, I know we talked about it, and Lauren and I both have the highest regards for the way that you call the head and then communicate that head and communicate the call. It's one thing to have your brain work to know what it is that you want to do. It's another thing to be able to communicate it properly. And Martin do a good job of being a door as opposed to window here, but we'll watch the bowl here from that angle and watch it. A little bit heavy from Rick. They got one bowl each. Michael taking either Michael wants I think he said, camera. Maybe he just came down to tell, get out of the way of the camera. That might have been it. So this is an interesting call of what they want to do. I mean, Michael could play the same shot, which I think would be the better play, is to continue with playing his forehand. I don't know if he wants. I mean, Ivan's trying to say, hey, you could play this backhand. That's what he's kind of eyeballing there, which is he could. I think Ivan's basically saying go the same. You could go either way.
You know, and I think with the way that the other team played, their intentions were pretty clear what was going on there.
Yeah, I mean, they've not a lot of danger. They have the best back. They just don't have the tee. They have to go very wrong. I think they're eyeballing to see who's got the tee. That's what Ivan's checking right now to see who's got it. But I think Mike just threw a stunner. I think he's just do it again. Yeah, on the forehand. Yeah, and that's what he's looking at. Why overthink it? He just drew one. I mean, just drug the jack right there. Just do it again, man. I don't even know why he came down, frankly. I would just, like, when you're grooving it. I mean, would you want me to call you down just to say, hey, play the same shot?
No.
No.
Nothing changed.
Yeah, exactly. Not to change. No real change in the head. Just do it again, man. And he just kind of is it going to make the corner here? Oh, just a little short. Just a little short. Sometimes I know players, what they do is like your opponent. I mean, Rick might have been wanting to come up and look at it, and he'd just go with them. But, you know, it's just I don't know what it is that he was going to learn. Nothing changed with the head, so there's no point in going.
I completely agree with
you. And all
there,
it takes
Scott.
is, you know, it depends on what your rhythm is. I can understand if you, like, blew one 3 yards through and it was like a bad shot or something. But if you have a stunner, why mess with it? That's, again, a hard-earned lesson that I have. I'm sure you've had it, too. I've had times where it's like, I think it happened a lot, Asia Pacific. Our coach said, why don't you go up and look at that, because trying to do the time and out, because we're getting close to it to take the time. And I really wanted to stay down, and I should have. Looking back, if I could rewind the camera, because all I had to do was draw him within a yard, and I could have won my match. And instead, I kind of choked it because I'd come up, I'd gone on to look at it, and the other guy was looking at it, and then it just took a lot of time, and I got off my rhythm, and then I just left it short. And it was a measure. I missed it by an inch. Otherwise, I would have won the match, because then he got it the next thing coming back. So it's a hard-earned lesson, some of these lessons, but you learn by losing sometimes. All right, let's see what Rick's got here. I'm wondering what the play is going to be. Looks like he's coming on the forehand. I think he's just... I wonder if he's going to come with some pace, or just trying to shoot this gap to get to the shot bowl.
I can definitely see him playing arriving weight. I mean, even through Mike's last bowl, gives him that shoulder in. Mike probably didn't love his last bowl.
Yeah, this is pretty zesty here. Got a piece of Mike's, which just tipped that one over. I think he was trying to float, kind of controlled weight, trying to get that gap and see if you get the shot bowl or the. They're saying it's just, was it 1 or 2?
I saw
it looked
2
like
there.
Yeah. Looked like it was 2, but it should have been 2, but I guess it's 1. We'll assume it's 1.
Mike? Confirmed with Mr. Ruggles, that was 2.
Okay. It sure looked like 2 all the way around. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, so it seemed like he had a lot to play for there, just, being positive through the head. Maybe just didn't get the right connection when he was there.
All right, so we're Ruggles and Hyland 9, Lyons and Foxhall 4 after 9 ends in this second flight semifinal match. U.S. versus Canada. Get a little side view of the Hyland delivery, the Hall of Fame Hyland delivery. Wind kind of picking up a little bit, just in time for them to go up into the wind. So Ivan coming well short there.
Scott, revisiting that conversation about visiting the head, I really think it is important to be either in the rhythm, staying in the flow at the mat when there's no need to go to the head and see what's going on. Nothing had changed. But when things do change, or maybe you are playing a little bit too fast. I was reflecting on my game a little bit yesterday after your commentary and rewatching the game, and that's another reason I really love these live streams and being out there to watch those games. You can go back and reflect on your games and really see that maybe you should have slowed down and visited the head at some point. But to that point, in that situation, I think you were 100% correct that you should have probably stayed in the rhythm and just drawn another shot.
Yeah. And I see this being a teaching tool. That's how I try and treat it. We're both national coaches, and I've been just appointed to the National Coaching Committee for Bowls USA. So that's one of the things that I see as an offshoot of this, as a live streaming, is to use some of this footage that we get as far as coaching clinics and to be able to put videos online. And I could see us editing certain shots or certain heads and you're making like YouTube short kind of things is one of the things I like to see, like a little 60-second, 30-second clip that you can put up there for people to be able to learn and have it be a little coaching thing, put a little text group behind it, do some video editing. I think
being able to edit it after the fact, exactly, and add arrows, scenarios.
Yeah, things like that to try and use it as a teaching tool. So one of the things I'm hoping to do in my upcoming retirement is trying to see if I could teach myself things. Here's Ivan with just an absolute dagger.
And Scott, congratulations on your retirement as well.
Thank you, sir. We've got a lot to be happy for both of us.
Thank you.
You with your national championship and your
Thank you, Scott.
Impending nuptials.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Pretty reasonable opener there from Hyland.
Well, he had one long, one very short, and then one absolutely beautiful. So, Martin, I like this play by Martin. That's okay. He didn't want to be short there with somebody, especially right next to the jack. You're better off just being up and through. And he's got it's an interesting thing. I mean, which head would you rather have right now if you're here? I'll give a better look on the side for everybody at home because we're kind of a little deep and short.
Ivan holding a close one. Only one bull really on the green, I'd say.
I know.
I'd probably rather be the blue bulls in this scenario, Scott.
Yeah.
I'd rather have position and be down in the head, I think, than...
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's... it's one of the things there, yeah. I think that's one of the things that people worry about too much. I just see that a lot with leads are so worried about, well, I'm holding, so what were you doing? When sometimes it's like, okay, well, Ivan's holding, sure, but is it the best of positions?
Definitely not.
Not really. I mean, to the point where even though he's holding and close, you really wouldn't necessarily want it. It's a good position bull in my mind. Nothing wrong with this, really. Kind of guarding against it because I'm sure Rick will probably be trying to come in on his backhand, trying to do a jack or bull shot, and he's got the two catchers there. You want something on the bend because of the nature of the head here. I don't know, I don't know what he's checking. This is a good effort. Look at this shot.
Very nice.
Look at that shot.
So he
I don't know if he
decided
took it, but it's really close. It was a good bowl.
You know, and the thought process there, I guess, draw one as close as you can, and then maybe start to play aggressive.
Yeah.
Just so that you don't leave the head wide open for Mike at this point to potentially draw two and be all over it, and then be forced to draw with your last two. I really like the thought process and the shot selection there.
And the main thing was don't be short.
Because ultimately, Ivan's bowl was the only bowl in the head. Even though the other bowls of Martin's were in position, they weren't really bowls in the head.
Yeah. So it's good he's cut it to 1 now, and yeah, I'm pretty sure we've heard it from both leads now that say that it's down 1, but it's a very solid second, obviously. Gives you a better look here since.
Yeah, you know, Scott, it's really not important who's holding shot at the crossover. You know, you as a team, you'd much rather have bowls in the head and bowls in position than to just be holding a shot. I mean, who cares who's holding shot at that point?
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the things that's hard to get across for newer bowlers or for people who are leads. The goal of the game is to hold at the end.
Correct.
Not after you finish. All right.
And to potentially hold more than one at the end of the end. And you're going to do that more often by having more bowls in the head and more bowls in position.
Yeah, see, and I like this weight. There's nothing wrong with this weight that Rick played because he needs that he needs kind of the bowl to go. And if he could get it, push it all the way through, you know, I don't think Mike's holding. Okay, I think we got a better, one of the guys is sat down. I think Martin sat down, so we got a view of the head here. Mike wouldn't hurt him to get a second one in.
Correct. Looks like he's got better pace here as well.
Oh, this could be interesting. He might. Okay, I think he protected his own. Sometimes you get a little worried, you kind of get a little wing bowl out there and making it easy for your opponents, but I think he managed to put this in a pretty good spot as it turns out. And you see what they're eyeballing now. They're trying to do the cannonade here, as they call it, in Montreal. You get your side view. So I think the plan might be that they're trying to come with weight onto Rick's own bowl to see if he can hit the jack, which would probably go if he gets that bowl. It'd be really unlucky to hit his own bowl. He could also hit the shot bowl out.
Yeah, correct, right? It looks like he could get down under his own potentially to the shot wood as well.
The main thing is, I mean, when you're crossing over, you're trying to look for shots. It's danger versus opportunity, and you're down 1. So even if you make a shot, it's like, is it going to get worse than 1? And what are the chances it's going to get worse than 1 versus anything else? Versus us holding 1 or 2 or 3.
And the opportunity of how many he could get if his bowl tumbles the jack back to the rating 2 bowls that are there in the back of the head.
Yeah, and how likely it is that that's going to happen. Of course. What is my skill level? So
he's definitely not short.
Yeah, he's coming a little pace, and I think he's trying to probably hit the shot bowl. He's got the little edge from Michael that he could hit.
Ooh,
yeah,
just sliding under.
So if they are calling it right, it should be 1 more for Ruggles and Hyland. Finally the concession, the reluctant concession. But 1 more for Ruggles and Hyland. 10-4 after 10.
We played this team yesterday. We won. We lost 11-10. We went down 7-0.
All right, so just a little side information here. These 2 teams actually matched up yesterday in the qualifying round. Just found out from Mike Ruggles that Ruggles' only loss yesterday in the qualifying rounds came to this exact team 11-7. So we got a little
revenge match going on.
Revenge match going on. Grudge match today. And a little more important than yesterday as well, as we find ourselves in the semifinal.
Yeah, so while we got a little bit of a bathroom break here, let's go to some of our sponsors. Scan Health Plan. Thank you very much for your sponsorship, Scan. And Sparms. Some protect your arms with Sparms. Have you seen any of those sleeves? I think I've seen a few players wearing the Sparm sleeves out there over the last few days.
I have.
especially with it's changing weather, you know, it would be perfect to wear the sparms here today, you know, to try and keep the sun off, but yet keep yourself warm because of the cool breeze that's going.
I think I'm looking out there right now, and I see Les, Australian teammate of Michael Sadal, wearing them.
Yeah, thank you for your sponsorship, Sparms. All right, we're back. Gonna stick with this kind of long distance here.
And Scott, I know the answer to this question myself, but maybe for the viewers you can explain what happened there. Players needed a bathroom break. Is that something that's scheduled during the game or something that just happens naturally, I would say? Or what's your thoughts? And
well,
maybe
it is natural to have to need to go to the restroom, so as we all know. So yeah, there's the rule is you're allowed. You just want to communicate your opponent to say, hey, I'm going to just take a couple minutes. I think if we got into technical terms, I think you're allowed a couple 15-minute breaks in a match according to the rules. Usually people are pretty loose when it goes to this, especially if you're just going to take a minute or two to just.
And it seemed like what we had there was
maybe
both players had to go at the same time. So we took a little pause, thanked our sponsors, and we're back in action. Playing pretty close to T. Has that been kind of the trend, Scott? I know I showed up late in the match here, but who's been kind of controlling that length?
Yeah, well, the majority of the ends have been won by Ruggles and Hyland, and that's what they've been playing. And they've only lost 3 of these 10 ends. They've got 7 of them. So
okay, so interesting that that Martin would go T, and I thought maybe a little change of strategy to shake things up if they finally got control.
Mike and Ivan got the shot here on this last one, so they did get the shot. So they're the ones that are going.
I missed Ivan's
yeah,
first
Ivan
bowl.
took his first bowl and he put it all the way in the ditch. He was a little long, so.
So sorry, Scott, I missed that.
That's okay. We're all learning here, buddy. All right, see what Ivan is. And again, it's kind of natural to do because you're going to go in, you know, with the wind. Again, now it's at your tail. So you're trying to go end to end. Yeah, see, Mike picked up that bowl for them. It really shouldn't be. It should be the rule is that that team should be controlling their own bowls. But again, it's another kind of, that is what the law is. That is what the rule is. But people can be a little loose with it because they're not always paying attention. They're having a seat, especially, God, yesterday the ladies were not touching anything because they were all busy huddling for warmth yesterday with the cold wind, and they're all bundled.
Yeah, so situation there that Scott was referring to, the bull had traveled into the adjacent rink, and one of the bulls was near the boundary line and had to be lifted up in the air so that there wasn't a collision. Technically, one of the players on the adjacent ring should have lifted their own bull to avoid that collision instead of Mike doing it.
But they were not going to be able to get up and move out there in time. So it's kind of, I don't know. I know what the rule is. Obviously, you know what the rule is, but it's also the alternative was it was going to hit that bull. So
a lot of times it just boils down to communication, Scott, and just letting people be aware, hey, we might be coming out near this bull.
Yeah.
Have a look and see what's going on and give us some help, guys.
Yeah, well, I think Ivan, if you look at where that bull ended up, he was not very close. You know, he missed his line. So it's not like, hey, we're going to be coming in your head. It was just kind of, you know, everybody's human, make mistakes, and just kind of one of those things that happened.
He got this one away a little wide.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Martin come down on his backhand here.
Really like to see him add and get behind. He's had 2 bulls on the line, but short.
And it looks like that trend is going to continue. The weight's a little better. That was
he did
a lot
get
better
through.
weight.
Okay. Now, which head would you rather have?
Let me get a better look at my monitor. I'm going to slide over and get a better peek here.
Here, in fact, I'll try and see if I can adjust the camera and see if we got camera work going here.
Ooh.
There we go. That should get everything in. So I'm pretty sure
I'm
it's
taking
3.
Team Phoenix. I'm taking Team Phoenix. I'd rather have Team Phoenix's bulls on the green currently.
Yeah, but all it takes is 1 for Michael, and the next thing you know, it's...
Well, ultimately, you've got 3 short bulls, but it looks like you're also holding a decent 3. It's a long length. You put your first bull in, kind of cover behind or draw close one yourself. Things are going to look a lot better.
Yeah. Neither situation's ideal. I mean, again, it's, you know, the... Team Phoenix, as you said, is holding 3, but it's not a very comfortable 3. But it does put Mike to the test. Let's see if he's up to it with his first. Looks like a pretty good bowl here.
Grass line looks pretty good to start because it should rip home from there.
Just needs a touch on the inside half of that. It'll be a stunner. Oh, look at this bowl by Mike Ruggles. Well done, sir. A sigh of relief from Ruggs.
A+ result, and he dragged that jack just back a little bit, so those 3 short bowls are completely out of play now.
Now
And,
which head would you want?
Seems like the
Rethinking that
tides
now?
have turned. The difference one bowl can make, Scott.
Yeah, it just can flip it in. But it really, I mean, and that's why I was kind of, I know what you're saying about running to take the 3, but I kind of like the white ones myself just because one bowl will race all 3 of those.
And Mike really took advantage of having the first bowl there. He
Yes,
did
he
not
did.
give the other skip a chance to even...
Block it, set up different position. Now it's a very different now. Now Rick's the one that's under pressure. Rick's the one that's 2 down. I mean, and he's down 6 in the match and down 2 in the head and starting to run out of time. It's a pretty good pace here. Just
It's a very well-weighted bowl, just
yeah, that's
well
the
under
weight.
the line.
That's good weight there. You got a good feel for it, a tester there.
You think Mike will switch hands here, Scott, or do you think he'll be continuing down on that forehand? Looking at the head, what do you think about switching over?
He might. I wouldn't. He just. I mean, how can you improve on what he just rolled? I mean, yeah, sure, you could see that you got the other 2, those bowls. You really don't want to hit any of those blue ones up, but you just had a stunner, and you just got to do the same thing. Again, I don't know why he came to the head. I would just stayed there, have a little pop the squat, sat down, and then just done it again. Let's see how that one looks. Doesn't look too bad. He did get a little edge the last time on the bowl. I wonder if he's going to use this bowl again. Just overcooked it. I think that might have been, he would have been better off to learn from his last bowl. His last bowl wasn't perfect. He didn't draw it to there. He got a little edge to there. So he should have known, I need to, rode very good, very
Correct.
good. I just need to
correct.
take a yard off, that's all.
Looks like Martin's looking for some aggression here.
Here's the wind again. It just seems like every time they're playing downwind, the wind starts picking up again.
So Scott, he's probably down 2 in the head, but looking to come aggressive, looking to collect the jack in the ditch or potentially remove that shot bowl to only go down 1. He's definitely aggressive
yeah,
here.
he's coming with some pace here. He might get that one. Yeah, he got chipped that one out. And that went all the way into the ditch. So cut it down to 1.
Look like Ivan calling Mike on the draw there, looking to just float one in again on that forehand.
See if Mike can come through on the forehand. That's a good bowl there.
Very good.
Yeah, he
Very
adjusted the
good.
weight nicely on that one.
Martin looking for a double takeout here, potentially owning 3 or 4, but low percentage shot, Scott. Do you think worth a risk at this point of the game?
I think I'd be trying the same shot he just tried. I don't know if the angle is right. You got to get this. I mean, if you're Ryan Bester, sure, but for a relatively new bowler, you have to get this just right. And yeah, that didn't do it. It's probably going to be 2 here.
Martin, obviously, with some experience to be able to visualize that shot.
Yeah. They have to get the angle just right, though, in order to do that. So pretty sure it's 2, but, wow, the scoreboard. We lost the scoreboard.
Potentially could have made 3 or 4 if the shot would have went off, but ends up dropping 2 and gives Ruggles and Hyland an even more commanding lead at 12-4. playing end number 12 of 16 here.
All right. Hello to Grace Whitten. Thank you for the checking in from Bothwell, Scotland.
Looking over at some of the scores, Scott, it looks like Rob and Bob are up 2 currently on Charlie and Sadri. Looks like Charlie's closed that gap a little bit. And the other game going on in the semifinals appears to be 16-10, I believe, in favor of Tom and Chris Dodd. Looks like they've got a little bit of a lead going over Max and Jim from the Central Division, Lake Park, Milwaukee.
Here's an interesting choice there by these guys. They kind of, I wonder if they were listening, because now they've gone into the wind and they're going shorter. They're much shorter. It's almost like with the mat all the way back, this is almost like a short medium length here. Yeah, good opener there by Martin. I was okay, a couple yards through. Again, here, which bowl would you rather have of these two here?
Again, I'd be probably taking the back bowl at this position, a little bit further away from the jack, but rather be at the back of the head than...
Yeah, even though Martin's, 2.5 feet and counting currently, we saw how quickly that can get erased. This looks like a nice adjustment for Ivan. Is it going to stop? Where's the wind now?
Reasonable adjustment there. Working his way backwards towards that jack. And Scott, usually easier to make that adjustment backwards than forwards as well, right?
Well, I think it's important to be able to do both. It's just more valuable, I think, in the long run, to be able to drop backwards. I think that's why, I don't know if you would easier, but it's more valuable, I think, is better.
That's
I don't know if you found
true.
one to be better than the other. Well, this is a great bowl here for Martin. Yeah. See, he made that an easy adjustment.
He
just
definitely
added
did.
a yard.
Definitely did. Definitely a skill you have to be able to do is add that yard, take a yard off. It's a very, very valuable tool to have.
Yep. I mean, it's a game of first, get a consistent stroke for yourself. Second, be able to make adjustments consistently. I was going to run after that, and he changed his mind. Let's see if he gets the jack or the bull here. Oh, look at that. Look at that, and now it's 3.
I think Ivan probably should have followed it, but he. What do you think, Scott? He thought he
I
was.
didn't think he was going to make it, where he was going to beat his bull. Again, that's one of the rules of the sport, is that you need to finish. Once the bull stops, then the rink is not yours, and you can't be between the mat and the back of the head where you see Rick standing here. You have to make it all the way, and I don't think Ivan thought he was going to make it in time, so he just decided to just U-turn and go back. See if Martin can cut it down. Oh, nearly. Just kind of cruised by the jack. Let's see if I can get some camera work here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to turn my microphone over to nobody. I was going to turn it back over to Lauren Dion, but he got called into a little meeting here. So just in a little while, I'll be turning the microphone back over to Lauren, and I'll go gather some scores and see what's going on the rest of the green and report back to you, Scott. Let the fans know what's going on for those tuning in at home.
Oh, nice bowl there by Mike. Nearly kind of dragged that jack right on back and kind of tuck it in with those. I think he's added another counter, though. It's 4 now. It's just, the guys, the Phoenix boys in Canada, Lyons of Foxhall, down 8 now. 5 to go. Starting to run out of time. And now they're down 4 in this head. Again, I think that just the short bowls are just kind of killing them a little bit. And just not helping the cause. Yeah, a little heavy. Got back to the tee.
Yeah, it seems like Rick's maybe been forced to play a little bit aggressive here and has just lost control of his weight control a little bit, Scott.
I think we kind of saw a little bit that in the last game. It's because the front end was doing so well. Rick Fitzgerald, the first 5 ends, didn't get a draw in. He couldn't draw once because he kept having to play weight.
Ruggles very good here.
Now they're good. Good bull, Mike. Now it's 5. And because of that, when it came down and he needed to draw, he hadn't been playing any. And it just, he couldn't do it. It was, especially not to the level that Alan and Brian were just absolutely striping it. All right. 5 down. Really need something here. Need to make something happen here, Rick. Cut the weight. Get right in there.
He's definitely better with the weight here, Scott.
See if he's going to get shot. Martin likes it. Just sailing a little bit.
Definitely going to help the cause, but Ruggles and Hyland probably still in for at least 2, Scott, maybe 3, maybe 4.
Well, they're going to take a look.
Well, just
now it fell. Now it the bull just fell just now.
Yeah, so I've been taking a close look here to see what's going on. It might only be 1, might be 2 for Ruggles.
I'll try and get a side view for everybody. See if it's, whoops, wrong side.
Well, Scott, I want to
that's
thank
no
you for
good.
letting me sit in with you here today.
Oh, thanks, Azza. Appreciate it, Dragon.
I'm going to turn the mic back over to Lauren and let him close out the exciting conclusion of this game.
Okay. Thank you, Aaron.
Thanks, Azza. Appreciate you stepping in while I went and got a bite to eat over at George's. I'm going to take a look, Scott. I was doing some Googling while I was at lunch.
Oh, were you trying to improve our key? That changed again. I don't know why, but all right.
Well,
All right, Mike, I think he wants to be a little careful. I think that's why Ivan wanted the console to make sure that Mike really, I think, wants to play the same hand, but he's being talked to the forehand. He just really doesn't want to give it away. There's a little bit of a danger if he hits that jack to get to that back bowl, so I don't think he wants to do that. So he's just going to try and give the forehand, which is different from that he's been playing, but he doesn't need to make anything happen. He just doesn't want to turn over and make it easier for Lyons and Foxhall. So he might even be going all the way to the back. Yep, just playing a little defense, guarding against a big multiple in the back here. Good bowl by Mike. I'm sure that was the plan. I think with 2 stunners that he drew, he wanted to draw another one. Well, that is pretty hot there. Okay, there we go.
yeah, we're playing with them. I think that's pretty good. Let's try the white balance. This is a new one I want to try here. So we're gonna go we're gonna get some more saturation.
Again, this is all new equipment for us. For Lauren, Dion, our live streaming chair.
Oh, that's not.
All right,
not
big
good.
shot here by Rick. Big shot here by Rick. Really needs to make something happen. Running out of time. Look at this. Oh, just missed the jack and hit his own. That's pretty unlucky. And
Well, let me know how those adjustments went, viewers. See if those are better or worse. Hopefully it was a little better. It's hard to tell with all the sun here on us. I think saturation.
So they've got 3 out already, and looking at the 4th, I don't think it's going to reach to 4, but I was going to have a measure here. Giving it to Martin to.
Oh, that's the.
I'm going to do a team measure here.
Okay, we'll go with that. Let us know how I did. We're gonna mess with the camera settings on the phones too. I looked, and that's another
This
thing.
doesn't look like this is close. It looks like it's 3. I mean, from my angle, but I got a pretty good view. I mean, they're right on top of it, so that's why I don't understand why it should just be 3, and that's it.
And I want to throw a quick shout out. This measure is sponsored by Henselite USA. The choice of champions. Jimmer was nice enough to just bring me over a baseball cap here because our Easy Up is not there. So thank you, Jimmer. A little bit of sun protection for me. 3 to Ruggles. Should bring us to 15-4.
15-4 after 12. I think those guys, while you were gone, Lauren, the board we had another gust, and the scoreboard got blown over. And I think they stopped keeping track.
Just when you think the wind isn't an issue anymore. It's definitely mellowed out, but the gusts are still up and about. And yeah, we'll see if we get any score updates in those semifinals over there.
Yeah, we sent our roving reporter, even though he left a piece of paper there.
Yeah, I don't think he's roaming to do that at the moment. He's taking a little break after his hard work on the commentary scene.
So it's hard work doing the commentary? Is that what you're telling me?
Well, for the amateurs. You know, for us, it's easy. But I do see, I think it's 12-5 in one of them. And let's see, where's Max and then Michael's game's done. That's the second flight semifinal. Someone jumped to a big lead there. Michael was grooving, so I think Michael might have gotten that one. Yeah, 13-6, or is that 13-16 over there? The Max
I'm trying to see
game?
which ones Michael's on. Oh, I can't see because it's being hooded by Mr. Schneider there.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
a 12-9 game there.
Okay, and the other one's 13-2. I'm guessing 6. 13-16 would be a pretty big score, but we'll have to see if that's 13-6 or 13-16.
Yeah, it's 13-16. Now that Mr. Schneider's moved, then I could see.
Wow, that's a lot of points over there. They've been scoring big
haymakers.
ends. Yeah.
Haymakers.
So you get a 4, we get a 4. You get a
like
3,
a
we
Rocky
get a 3.
Balboa fight.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Well, we've had a couple attempts at the jack. We finally got it rolled and centered and ended up in
Right in the shade.
Pretty long. Yeah, great for camera work. Right in the shade of the light pole.
Let's check these comments. Great commentary. Northwest Traveler says. Someone watching from Scotland. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Someone says we're freezing once in a while on our stream,
Yeah.
which is something new for us. We haven't had any of those, so let us know if that's continuing or if we're better. It could have been me messing with the adjustments there for a sec. Maybe we're back.
Yeah, this is very much like Ivan's ball, a lot better. He's about 5 feet through versus 5 feet short. Martin kind of overestimating the wind here.
Yeah, and Ivan and Mike just really need to play smart here. As you see, Ivan put one behind, which is always really good when you have a lead. You just want to make sure the other team doesn't have shots on to make a big count on you. So they just need to play it smart, play a little on the conservative side. If they're holding one, start covering, stuff like that, to bring this win home and make it into the final of the second flight.
2 balls behind. I wouldn't mind if Ivan would have had one on either side, to kind of do that late game cover to protect against a big number. But it's with your opponent having a first ball 2 yards short, it's not so bad. This really shouldn't be short by Martin. Really got to make this correction here.
Yeah, exactly.
Tiger 2 is much better, man.
Yeah, Michael said he enjoyed his Tiger 2s more in that game. Like I said, it looked like he was grooving, so he's got his card for the second flight final, and he will play. It's looking as if he'll play Ivan and Mike in the final, unless something drastic changes here in this game. This very well could be counting down the number of ends we're going to play because as it gets tougher and tougher. The opponents can shake hands whenever they want. They don't have to wait till it's mathematically out of reach. They can sort of just say, listen, you guys are playing well enough, as we saw in our earlier game, that oh, yeah, there we go. A little typo that Scotty's fixing for us here.
Yeah, thanks for the heads up. To Mr. Barnes, who's always keeping us on our toes.
Yeah, Gary, you've never had any typos in any of your work, huh?
I'm usually always catching him, so.
There we
but
go.
I can't see you too well from my angle.
Gary's been so nice and helpful. He's a wizard when it comes to all this stuff. So let me know how the exposure's looking, Gary. I think I might have to do some adjustments on the phones in between this and the final. I was looking some stuff up on Google, like I said. So yeah.
Well, some nice last few bowls from the guys, building the head a little bit better. It was kind of loose before that, and then And we also got the jack out of the shade because
someone moved it.
Because of the sun. So, all right, that'd be a good opportunity for Mike. A pretty easy shot coming in on the forehand. See if we can just draw it around here.
His pace doesn't look too bad for it. Scott looks really close with this one. If it
A little
doesn't duck
piece
away,
of that jack would be all right.
it's gonna duck away.
Yeah, just a little heavy. Just a small correction. That was just his first bowl. I mean, look at it. It's pretty.
It looks pretty bad.
Pretty
over
heavy
there.
and narrow, but yeah, just a small correction to be made. It's a good opportunity. I mean, Rick could get a number here. He can try and get them back into it. I think he wants to try and play through the wide bowl rather, that outside bowl. Play through that, and if he happens to get to the Lyons close one there.
Look at this one.
Yeah,
this looks very close.
Tracking nice.
What a great bowl.
Tracking nice. Little touch on the jack.
Gosh,
that's okay.
Just drift off like that.
That's
really
okay.
Quick.
They just need bowls in the head. They can't really mess around, and
they're holding three.
I think it looks like three. I don't know how close. It doesn't look like Ivan's in the back is in there. Yeah, it looks like three for sure. Putting Michael to the test now.
Yeah, exactly. And he's waiting for the other rink. There's kind of a bowl out in their rink now, so it's right in his line of sight the way he lines up. We'll see that angle here.
But I will say Mike has been put to the test a couple times and has had no problems. He's been really good, cutting it down, taking shot. He's played well. That's been one of the big differences in the game.
Let's see if we can see this. I think Ivan might be in kind of the line here as it comes in. Let's see if we go. Here it goes. He's moving.
Yeah,
there it comes.
Close here.
Here it comes.
Just float around. A little heavy. Just a little heavy again from Mike. Again, we get this tailwind here, which is kind of coming. It's definitely there the whole time, but it's varying in intensity.
I've been looking over the semifinal games, and it looks like Bob Schneider's in really good form right now. Every time I look over, it looks like at least one of his in the area. If the other ones are handy if they aren't shots.
Oh, this one. You like to see Rick get all the way up into the head here. Try and get a bigger number. They have nothing
too far away.
They have nothing behind though.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's just three.
Mike could end the game with one bowl here.
Yeah, he could get a 6, but he's not going to try.
No.
But with the weight he had the last time, if he kind of could make a fortunate mistake, so to speak.
Yeah, with that weight, he could land on one of those bowls too. Just pray he doesn't get that hole again. It is a big hole.
All right, it's away.
I'm not sure if he likes it. There was a little grimace on his face as it left his hand.
He's kind of leaned into it. Really could hit one of these two bowls.
He might want to. He might like this a lot if it runs enough. Just a little lacking on the pace. What a good effort, Mike.
Not too bad. Not too bad. I mean, they can afford to make a quote-unquote mistake here.
Yeah.
Three's
fine.
3 is not terrible with the way they've been playing, but
yeah, 3's in the budget.
But Rick's got one more to try and make it 4, but he's got to be careful too.
Gosh, is that 13-20 now over there?
21-13. It looks like.
So I'm not sure who is in the lead. Let's see what was going on earlier. It was 6-10. Last thing I saw, so it's hard to know who's on what, but I did see Max's hat off after the last end, so maybe they gave up a number. He looked very disappointed after his last bowl, so let's see what Rick can do here.
Yeah, Rick would really like to avoid that green bowl. It's almost like playing. Yeah, he's done that. He's done that for sure.
He avoided it all right, but he really underplayed that.
Yeah, this should be 3. 3 it is.
3, yeah. I'm not sure if I would feel really great about that 3, considering he had 2 really good chances with his last 2 bowls to add to the count.
Yeah, especially it's one thing if you're up by 11, but when you're down by 11, you need every point you can get.
Yeah, so now we move on to end 14 of 16. It's getting to dire times here. 3 ends left to play, and they have a lot of work to do. They have 9 points in 3 ends to pick up to bring this to an extra end. That's their goal. Obviously, you want to win, but they're just scrapping to keep this together and try to get a win. And again, thanks for tuning in. This is the second flight semifinal of the U.S. Open men's pairs here in 2024 in the beautiful Sun City, Arizona. Your commentators today are Scott Roberts and myself, Lauren Dion. Thanks for joining us. Here we go. Look at this opener.
Pretty good shot there by Martin. The wind's kind of, again, it's wild that it seems like whenever they're going, what would be into the wind is a little softer just because of the nature of nature. It's just been kind of gusty, but it seems to be more gusty when they're going the other way. Just luck or timing or whatever, because right now it feels kind of mellow.
So they're counting up the head over there with the Max Calendar and Stock.
Ivan's very short here with this one. Very short.
Well, is he feeling the pressure of a little comeback? I doubt it. Ivan's been around the block a few times.
Yeah, he should be playing through that bowl. He'd be better served. He knows it more than most.
As down the green, I'm watching a bowl come in from Rob Benke. Trying to... Ooh.
We got a piece of it and got the shot.
Hides the jack behind the head a little bit better, too, so Charlie's going to be forced to play perfect weight.
There's a good bowl by Martin.
Yeah.
Put her about 5 feet behind. Better position. Ivan's really got to play through this bowl. He needs his probably 5 feet himself. Looks like a better stroke. This one won't be short.
No, this one looks actually really good as it goes by us.
This looks pretty good, yeah.
It's a little quick, but he might find a friend.
Yeah, it's okay. That looked like 5 feet through.
Yeah, he preferred to do that with his first one. Now he's got
Agreed.
A third bowl to try to get right in the middle, and as you call it, the Goldilocks bowl. Not
You
too
like
heavy.
that, don't you?
I do. I do like that. And keep those comments coming. Let us know how we're doing.
All right, here's Martin for a third one here. Looks pretty good. Should finish just behind.
Yeah, great bowls.
Great bowl there, Martin.
Giving his team a chance to make a comeback here. That's really good. Ruggles is looking at it, contemplating a change, but I'd say it looks like a forehand shot to me.
He just told him 5 feet. You're just 5 feet through. Just
okay.
gave him the basic instruction. You're 5 feet through. And he's 5 feet short, 5 feet through. As you said, Goldilocks. Just put it in between. If anything, finish a yard behind and just take a little bit off, or take a little more grass to run into those two blue balls.
Tell you what, this looks okay, doesn't it?
I don't know if it's going to get there. I think he's with his front one.
Yeah, not quite enough.
Yeah, he would have been well served to
reach those bowls.
Yeah, to just keep the same weight even and just take some more grass and just run into those two.
Yep, I agree. I definitely agree. So Max and his dad picked up a couple there, 15 to 21 after 14 ends. So they have 15, 16, 17, 18, 4 ends left. That's doable completely. So that game's not over. The other one's pretty tight as well. So those semifinals have not been decided yet. Might be able to put some shade covers back over the phones and stuff here in a sec, huh? This wind is less than this morning.
Don't call down the thunder.
No, I know.
It just seems like it'll be gusty again in about 20 minutes. All right, Rick trying to get one in, needs an ad account. They could really use a big number here. That would help their cause tremendously.
They sure could. And that one might be in the count.
Yep, that one definitely is.
Ivan sort of.
It's at least 3.
Ivan doesn't want anyone to see that. Oh, gotcha, Ivan. We can see it from this side too.
Mike's doffed the jacket now for the first time. He's coming right for us.
He is. And we'll watch this one as it enters our
It's a
screen.
good time for a good ball here, Mikey.
Should be entering the screen here in a second, folks. Here it comes.
Just wants to come in across, hit any of those balls would be good. The inside half of that one's okay.
High and handsome. He's got the tee, but that's not really helping him at the moment.
Yeah, they need one on the, just a little too much pace. I think he takes a yard off, but again, going into the wind now, and it's your first bowl. At least he had a good road. I think you got to like that road.
Yeah, he might have been planning for too much wind because it's laid down there as he's played that bowl. And
I think we got Ozza with the update.
Cool.
All square up and back on the Central Division game.
Ooh. Did you hear that, guys? It's all square with 2 to play. Charlie and Sadri versus Bob and Rob. Wow. What a game that'll be. We'll keep you up to date on how the ends go.
Rick with another good
Great
bowl,
bowl,
another
Rick.
one in the count. 2 solid bowls right when their team needs it.
Holding 4. Wow. Now things are getting interesting. Now things are getting very interesting.
And
And
Mike's just got to just drop a little pace. I think if he drops a little pace, that line would have been okay, and he would have come off that outside one. Ideally, you want to find these three. I mean, he could have a go at it if he wanted to, but
no, I don't think.
I don't think it's not really his style. And he does have those 2 front ones, but
And these kind of shots, you just want to really get everything out of your head. You know, the situation in the game, the bowls out there. You're just drawing to the jack, just like you're practicing at your home club.
let's see if he can get it to come around the corner.
What a great pace.
That's
Still down,
good.
but
Cut it to 3. He's cut
Okay.
it to 3.
I think.
The other Central Division team is down 6.
So yeah, our roaming reporter just coming back with some scores for us. Appreciate that, Aaron. But yeah, all even in one of the championship games, championship flight semifinals, with 2 ends to play. So the Bob and Rob show, will it continue to the final, or will it be Charlie in his second final of the week? I'll be very happy for either team. I like all those guys.
All right. Well, Rick
Can he add
holding
to the
3
count?
with 2 stunners.
Yeah, can he add? Could still be 4, Scott. I don't know. You don't think that side one's in? Beats that, I think.
Well, it's yeah, that's interesting. It could be 4. Yeah, I think you're right. When I look at that angle, it's hard. It probably is. You're probably right. Yeah, it probably is 4.
If he can draw a 5th shot
No,
here.
he's short. He's short.
Man, he's not picking the free fruit.
Yeah.
The low-lying fruit, but
And he didn't get Mike's way. See, Ivan's calling. He said, "Hey, just kind of do this. See how easy it is?
just draw the shot. You know, you're just
Yeah,
practicing
just
at
draw a
home.
shot." I think Mike's debating coming with weight. You could see the shot, right? To come with weight, of course, you can come backhanded. You could come on the jack and on those bowls.
Thanks, Ivan. We'll watch Mike.
Ivan's taking a look at it. Not going to let us see. It's a secret.
He's guarding the head.
Guarding the head from us.
It's like
He is
there we
going
go.
backhand.
He's playing the other hand. I don't mind that because if he's a
Because
little
you can
narrow,
run into that wall. Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
a lot less. I mean, it's pretty much similar on either hand. So,
And
trying
just-
the other hand. Oh, he's having a go.
There we go. It's not far away.
Oh,
the
what
jack. What a shot by Mike.
Mike Ruggles. What a huge shot in the context of the game.
Wow.
Hat comes off from his partner, Ivan.
From the Hall of Famer, and you got it
He's holding
right
2 back
on
there,
the
isn't he? At
button.
least.
Right
what a
on the
shot.
button.
Great shot, Mike. Makes him happy.
Wow. Pressure bowl by Mike Ruggles. Come
Driving at a bare jack, basically. 3.
3.
That'll probably do it. I would be shaking hands
Wow.
if I were the other guys. That is
That's a 7-point swing.
my goodness. That was a huge shot, Mike. Wow. So 18-7.
Yeah, it's all but mathematically done.
Yeah. Are they not shaking? I'd be.
I know you and I would probably be shaken, but we saw this earlier with the ladies had a similar situation in the gold medal match where they needed a 5 and a 6,
And they kept playing.
and
huh?
they just kept playing it because they could.
Yeah, well, you know, and they're here from a long way away. They're from Canada, from Ontario, so they're soaking it up. They're soaking up the good greens, the good weather, getting maximum
Yeah,
bowls output here.
they're done after this, so it's just. Well, all they so now makes it a very interesting situation. It's kind of these extreme late game tactics because you need to keep from getting a 5. I mean, 4's in the budget, which is kind of crazy to say in a 3-bowl pairs game, but 4's in the budget for Mike and Ivan, and Mike very much getting the right idea of like wanting to make sure that Ivan is down and through. That's the very main goal. Nothing short. You usually don't want stuff short, but you really don't want short. Oh, there's people are shaking hands on one of the semis.
Max and them are shaking hands. Chris Dodd and Tom Richardson through.
So
to
Chris
the
and
final.
Chris and Tom, good ball by Ivan. Look at that. Mike giving that ball its due.
There we go. I think. Check out the head here. Sorry, I was trying to mess with the.
Yeah, look at
camera.
that shot by Ivan's. Just a foot short. Especially when 5 is the number that they need. Yeah, and Martin's kind of put his very narrow here. This one's pretty much all but over.
Yeah, we'll stay with it here, and we can give you an update on the other semifinal that's not done yet.
But we'll definitely be giving you the final in a little bit. That's the next game we're going to be showing here for the streaming is the gold medal match for the 2024 U.S. Open men's pairs. And it looks like one of the participants is going to be Chris Dodd and Tom Richardson.
Yeah, well done, fellas.
Oh,
well
Ivan
done.
again with a great bowl.
Yeah, this game is looking very grim for those guys.
It's...
oh, look at over here on the Charlie Herbert game, tied up and back, and Rob Benke finds himself a couple down. It looks like Bob Schneider did not have a good second to last end from the looks of the head there. We'll see if his skipper can bail him out. Doesn't look good. This one does not look good at all. So
here's Martin with a nice bull here coming into the head. That's probably shot, but
looks like we might have a all Southwest final. Charlie's holding a couple.
Three.
Jeez, and he's got a bull left.
3 and a bull left. Yeah, that's going to be a tough.
Big ask.
Yeah.
Charlie loves to drive in the dagger here too. At least against me, he does. Let's see if he does it to everyone. If he was holding 3 going into the last end like this, look at Charlie. What a great lawn bowl. Look at this. Oh, is it going to stop in time? I think it will. That's in the count. 4 times. What a great end for Charlie and Sadri.
That's going to be tough for Rob and Bob. So
tough go in the semis for the Central boys. Looks like we might have an all Southwest final again.
Yep.
Men's singles, men's pairs,
and all Central for the bronze.
And what's your thought on that, Scott? I know some other countries do equal third, so that there's just that many more people. Look at this shot. Nice shot, but
yeah, good bowl by Martin.
Still not probably going to help their cause too much.
Yeah, it's just, but when you need 5.
Like the Australian Open, they do the equal third. That way those people can maybe watch their buddies that make the final instead of playing in that. I tend to lean towards the equal third. Then more happy faces too. No one has to get 4th.
I think because we're doing the flights also, I think a lot of the tournaments you're talking about with equal thirds don't have anything else.
Yeah.
I think all the tournaments you would talk about, because everybody's watching the final and that final.
Yeah.
We've got a second flight final, third flight final, fourth flight final, and that's just here.
Yep. I can
so I
see
think
that.
that's why we do what we do.
Yeah.
Here's Mike. Doesn't really need to do anything. He's done enough heroics here today.
Yeah,
just really trying to keep it in play and behind. And not bump up any of their bowls.
Yeah, that works. And they got us. Martin
4's in the budget, and I think they're just down 1, and then they've got pretty decent position with that last bowl.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to have a good look from the other angle, so we'll leave you at that. There we go. Just as I say that.
There you go.
So he could place some weight onto his own bowl and sort of poke Ivan's out and stick around. That would give him 3 with a chance to draw for 4 on this last. That's really. I just put one in the area with this one and then worry about it with my last. Oh,
yeah,
he has 2 left after this. Okay, so
yeah, don't want to lose it here.
No,
so.
You're just drawing bulls in the head now.
Yeah, this might be in the ditch.
If he gets that one though.
Yep.
Oh.
That would have been part of the plan.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for him.
Yeah, that one's in the ditch. Actually, if they put another one in the ditch, they could shake hands then too, because they can't get a 5 with 2 in the ditch. So
that's true.
Obviously, I think that's how math works.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's that Cal Poly education coming through again.
Go the Mustangs.
Ivan doing a good job being a door here.
Yeah, good on you, Ivan. Gives us a chance to check out what's going on this side. Nothing. That side, nothing. This side, there we go.
And Mike, even when he doesn't need it, look at this stunner.
Well, Gary.
Drawing the shot.
Gary's giving me tips here. I'm going to see if I can. Just while this game's, it keeps going back to automatic. Gary, I got to lock him. I got to lock him. That's what it is.
Sadri with 2 stunners on the other rink.
Manual. And let's see here.
Well, here's Rick with a weighty shot. He needs a miracle. And he goes right through the hole. He gets the opposite of what a miracle is. Really, they could shake hands right now. This match is over because they can't get anything. They literally can't get a 5 with 2 balls in the ditch. They should shake hands.
Well, not everyone is as smart as you, Scotty.
Yeah, they're shaking hands now. This one's over. They've worked out the math too, and they're come down. So we'll just officially call it one more for Ruggles and Hyland, but it really doesn't matter. This match is over, and Ruggles and Hyland are advanced to the second flight final. Good bowling by them. Mike with some very, very key shots a couple times. He was 4 down. One time he converted to a 1, another time to a 3, and that's a big difference in the match. It's when you win by 12, and he got 12 points just on those 2 shots. But some pretty solid bowling all the way around by these guys. It's a real treat to watch them.
Yeah.
Do you want to stay on until just to give the audio for this game?
Yeah, we can get the audio and the visuals. Maybe mess with the exposure stuff and the contrast, like Gary said. But thanks for tuning in, everyone. I might just turn the mic off. Well, no, Charlie.
Yeah,
look at that. Sadri's holding 2 over there. Really good one.
Yeah, that's
so
what I figured. Let's just stay in and just see what happens. We can give you a result of who we're going to see in the final.
You can see the head there.
We could probably try and.
So those are Sadri's 2 bowls.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not. We need the other team needed the.
You just need to move it over a little bit left, and then you're good. Nope, the other way. I know.
Yeah.
I do the same thing. That just like there you go.
Backwards, yeah. If you're looking at them, then it's the other way. So, yeah, that's not looking good for the Central boys. Sadri's got a front and a back one, and
they got to get a 4. And you see, with Zadri having 2 really good bowls there, and then Charlie just kind of covering against that other one.
Okay, so it goes back to automatic. So I got to go manual and lock it.
There you go.
All right, get them first.
No, here's
ISO. So we want the ISO down.
This dark blue bowl is from Rob Benke. And he put it in the back at least, so there's a little triangle there that they could maybe kind of build on, but I think Charlie's probably going to draw it all the way to the back.
There we go. I got it. We just got to lock those now. Lock. Gary Barnes, are you still watching? Can you let me know if that's better? Because I think that's it, bud.
All right, Charlie, I would think just best back here. I wouldn't play anything crazy. There's no need. It's kind of one of their only weak spots in this head right now. It's just kind of draw the tee, essentially.
Gosh, you know what the fun part about this streaming stuff is too, Scott? He's learning and improving everything.
Yep. Charlie hasn't drawn the tee, but he's drawn best back. He's probably a foot from the ditch, so that's kind of what the doctor ordered a little bit. Schneider's giving that kind of look of like, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen next. He was even saying,
I don't see it.
They're even saying, hey, do you want to come down? And Rob just said, nah.
Yeah, I don't see a 4 there.
I think Banky's winding up. That looks like a wind up, like he's coming with some weight.
Sure
Because he's really got to turn this over. Yeah.
It's nice, smooth delivery, good weight. If this goes in the ditch, they can nearly shake hands.
We got one out.
Got one of those. His stays around.
And it's on the tee.
Well, if Charlie can manage to split those 4 bowls.
I think he's got that one on the plinth. Now he just takes 2 yards off or so and gets on the tee or right around it. That should probably be good.
Yeah, they just came down to that second to last end for them. They've been playing so good, and against a quality opponent like Charlie and Sadri, you got to keep the pressure on all game. And they had one bad end there and dropped to 4, and it looks like that might cost them. So.
Yeah, I don't think Charlie got this away very good. It was almost like he had a little flip to it.
Oh, is he trying to block? He's been known to do that. Is this going to get in the way? That's not bad.
Yeah, that's. I don't think that's what he wanted. I think you'd want to be in kind of presenting the 4. I mean, versus the block. I think that would be a little bit better, don't you think?
I do, absolutely, 100%. As we see, Rob Hoey and Angel have just defeated Brian Stewart and Alan O'Brien in the 3rd flight semifinal. So they'll be moving on to the final of the 3rd flight. Wow.
Well, it's with the way that those guys were playing earlier. That was some spectacular bowling that those guys had. They couldn't miss earlier.
So here we go. It's going to come down to this one miracle shot. Is all they have left. It's you got to hit it, and you got to hope it all goes your way. He's got to play the perfect weight. He's got to get the ball onto the jack to get in the middle of those. The question is, is there a spot on the green where all those count?
Yeah, it's almost like he's got to hit that ball hard, but yet that hit the jack so it kind of trickles forward about 2 or 3 yards. And then a bonus if he can get his to stay.
Yeah.
But there is a 4 there in that little pocket, I think. But, man, that's going to be tough.
Yeah, and you just never know with all these round objects the way how things are going to flick around. Aaron and I had one yesterday where he says, well, if you hit this, it's going to go sideways either way, and we'll be holding. And instead I hit it dead square, and the jack just went straight back to 3 of the opponent's bowls. So I said, oh, it's going to go sideways. Hey, Aaron? He's like, well, no one could have seen that happening. So in lawn bowls, you just never know. If it's there, it can happen. So we will watch this final shot. Let's see if we can get... There he is, Mr. Rob Banky. We can see this awesome delivery of his.
Thank you guys
Whoa.
very much.
Yeah, well played, Mikey. Way to go, buddy. Mike Ruggles giving us our kudos, but he's the one that deserves it. He played really well. All right. Here's Big Rob.
B-Rob. Here we go. I'm hoping it happens. I love watching this kind of stuff.
Hoping for a
There we go.
little bit of a miracle, kind of a 1 in 1,000 shot he's trying here.
I believe
Not
in
quite.
a miracle.
Not quite, so-
I believe in you.
Charlie will race his second straight final. See if he could cash in. He and Sadri, his partner, downing the Central guys, Rob and Bob, Schneider and Banky, and they'll play the other Southwest team of Tom Richardson and Chris Dodd.
Yeah, exactly.
So
An all-Southwest final again. That's pretty exciting for us Southwest bowlers.
So that'll be we'll be showing that to you. I'm sure they usually take about a little bit of an hour break. So I think if you tuned in about an hour or a little less, at the top of the hour, let's say, that's probably a good time of when we might be starting our broadcast. So are we going to sign off here, buddy, or are you?
No, me and Gary are kind of going back and forth. So we're going to, I'm asking them, and anyone else out there, let me know. We're just going to keep this on the green for a sec. We'll go to this angle and try to get this just right. So if you're into seeing me fiddle with this stuff and you want to send me a comment, that's fine. But otherwise, we will be back in roughly an hour or so. I think they take a hour break or something.
Yeah, like
so
I said, I think usually they've been starting about the top of the hour. So I think if you tune in about the top of the hour, you'll be getting close to when we're going to, wherever it is around the world that you are, top of the hour is where you want to look for. So I'm going to sign off, though.
Thanks, Scotty.
And we'll be back. I will be back. And meantime, Lauren's going to do technical stuff. So thanks, LD.
No problem. No problem. Gary is helping me. We are a team. All right. Well, what an exciting day this has been so far. We've had a third flight quarterfinal, a second flight semifinal. Now we're on to the final, which will feature Charlie Herbert and Sadri versus Chris Dodd and Tom Richardson, all Laguna Beach Bowls Club members. So well done, Laguna Beach, on this men's pairs event. 2 finalists. They all practice together a lot, and it's showing because they made the final. So let me see here. There we go. I think that's a little better on the saturation, Gary. Let me know what you think there. I'm going to lock that in. I think we're there. We will adjust that on the next one. We'll see you guys in just under an hour. Top of the hour, 2 o'clock Arizona time, 1 o'clock Pacific time. And look it up if you are elsewhere. Over and out from the Southwest Open.